Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, your Southern California Real Rejects.
We live?
We're live.
Oh, hey.
Do the thing where y'all tell us if you can hear and see, and I'll adjust the size of you too because
We so big,
you've moved.
so tall.
You've changed, Coy.
I don't feel like I've been here in a minute.
It's
Me
been, what,
specifically.
two whole gaps of Greg?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Probably 3 weeks in total.
Whoa.
It's strange being back here. You guys have been doing so good. Replace me.
Are we doing The Boys Wednesday? Or are we doing regular live stream Friday? I remember Daredevil was like a will they, won't they? Have you decided? I know that's 4 days from now.
I don't know. There's a lot of things we have to shoot next week.
It would seem.
After what you have told me.
I'm sorry to throw a curveball, but here we is.
And boys might be a very late night shoot.
The fear.
So that's the concern. Anyway, guys, happy to be back here for the Real Rejects podcast. John, thanks for everything that you were doing before we got live.
Any old time.
Coy, you're going to do great today. Coy's got some exciting news for you guys. So we've got a little Coy thing we want to share.
Yeah. Want to do that now or after? Tell me when.
Once I give a little rundown of what
Tell
we
people
go
what
through,
we're doing
if
today.
that's okay.
Oh, please.
Good. Rapport banter. Secondly, I want to mention that the news today will be there's a giant Batman 2 cast reveal. Pretty cool that it all came out. I'm excited to see how excited X, formerly known as Twitter, is really taking off on it right now. We got some Spider-Man BTS stuff. And 3C Films posed a really interesting question regarding the BTS footage. That's a big part of what I want to talk about. And some Lanterns reveals as well. And also, freaking Alan Cummings was giving reveals that there's a Secret Avenger in
Super intrigued by
Doomsday.
that. I don't even have any theories. I want to talk about. I want to see if a theory comes to me in discussion.
Yeah, I'm very curious to find out. But before we go into any of that, of course, thank you all for being here. If you're watching on the playback, please leave a like. If you're not watching the playback and you're here live with us right now, appreciate it. Leave a like on this video. Additionally, we never end a stream without going through every single super chat and Streamlab. Fantastic way to support the channel. If you can't, that's A-OK. Just leave a like and leave a comment. Participate in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Coy, if I can give a little bit of a setup here, he is part of DC Studios podcast. Now, there were these hosts, and then Coy was in his little corner. If you watch the HBO show, this is Coy in the corner trying to get a word in. Look at me!
Hi,
I'm over here.
Ideas.
I got comic stuff to say.
I know a thing.
And now this season's going to be different. It got picked up for a season 2. And now Coy is the official main co-host of the show. But there was other things you were saying in your announcement video that DC X pages were pointing out. And I was like, damn, people are sharing this. This is really cool. Coy, do you want to say a little bit more about it?
So, DC Studio Showcase Season 2, we announced 2 minutes ago. You guys hear it first live. It went live on socials at 12:01. We are back on May 29th. A mere 2 weeks away, 2 weeks from today, we are returning, and it is me and Frankie Smith. We are going to be co-hosting this season together. Me and her hosting, which makes me really excited because thank you, soundbite. I really love the world that DC Studios is building, and I was honored to be asked to be the comic correspondent last season. Like, it was truly one of those moments where I never know if it's working what I do because our job is so weird. I talk to lenses and phones. And it was cool because I got asked to come on that show, and it felt like the whoa, it's happening. I'm on HBO. But it was hard to, be so excited and yell across 20 feet and be like, I don't know what level of input I should have. A third wheel is always a tricky thing. So to be actually right there next to Frankie hosting, it feels really wonderful to kind of know where my feet land and to feel like I can actually interview at the level that I like to and actually have input to the level. And it's wonderful working with Frankie and that team, man. We had Greg on, like he got to meet my big old production team, and they're just rad to work with. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, they really like you there.
It feels good because it's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Studio jobs are real different. There's like 100 people in a room.
Yeah, it feels like, we're just going to go to just do a podcast. No, it's like a film production.
It's an
over there.
HBO show.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of people, a lot of people who aren't even like doing stuff tech-wise, who are just watching and making notes.
Scrutiny.
I don't know if they can make that joke.
But then they're so nice, but it's very intense.
Yeah, it is an intense. It's a different type of environment. Yet it's intense, but everyone is just doing their best, and everyone feels very supportive. At least when I was there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna crack the whip on you this season.
Yeah, now that I'm host along with Frankie, it's a new game.
Yeah, I'm not an employee. I could say whatever I want about my time there. They were abusive to me. HBO's
Just
abusive.
to him. But in 2 weeks, you get to see that abuse. No, but in 2 weeks, we launch our first episode, and I'm really excited to say who it is. Can't do that yet, but in 2 weeks, and they'll be every 2 weeks, every other Friday, like we were last season. And I can announce tomorrow who our fourth guest is, because you guys are going to get to throw in some questions. I can't tell you the first 3 are, but guest number 4 will be announced tomorrow.
Well, I think if you watch the first season, you guys might be able to do some math on how this kind of works.
It's crazy what's coming out soon.
They had like movies coming out from DC, and then sometimes they would have guests appear on the podcast from the studios.
And it airs in 2 weeks because you might remember how tired I was of flying back and forth from Vegas. Perhaps timing.
Anywho, Coy, I'm really excited for you, man.
Thank you, man.
I think you absolutely deserve it. You know most about comics more than anyone. There's a lot of people who have made a career out of praising superheroes, but I think you and Comics Explained are the ones who I'm like, these two, man. Comics Explained. I don't think you know that guy. But shit, if I could get him on here and you two to talk, holy balls! I think you'd really vibe with him big time.
I hear he's a really positive guy.
He's very, very positive. He sometimes chimes in our live stream, but yeah, he's you two, like that's like my little fantasy. You two talking to
Comics.
each other, talking comics, and then people being. He's really good at too of like taking a step back and be like, if you guys don't understand what this is, I can like help you understand that, and you can go like very existential, like philosophical.
Yeah, thematically, and he's detailed into the book.
Yeah, he can really. He's the specificity, and he makes it very attainable in a way. But he also uses a lot of good visual images. Anyway, it's not about plugging Comics Explained. Talk about the Batman 2.
Speaking of DC,
We're getting some real Batman news here.
dude, it's real.
John, can you pull up the cast list? If you go to like one of the bookmarks on discussing film, there's stuff there. Stuff. No, not that one. There's like a big list right there. If you hit the show more. Okay, so I'm going to give a rundown here. Then I'm going to ask Coy a question. So the full cast for the Batman Part 2 goes as this. Robert Pattinson, of course, as Bruce Wayne. Sebastian Stan as Harvey Dent. Scarlett Johansson as Gilda Dent. Charles Dance as Christopher Dent. Then we got Sebastian Who's Sebastian Coach? Coach.
He looked familiar enough that I know I've seen his work, but I could not track him.
Can you IMDb him, John?
Yes, sir.
The next name is the one I'm most excited about as a new name.
Brian Tyree Henry.
Dude, that is
As
so
Simba?
exciting.
He's probably reprising his role from the podcaster from Godzilla vs. Kong.
I would bet. Yep.
The WB universe.
That is for sure. We're going to put it all together. This guy, see, he looks familiar, but I couldn't place him.
Good Day to Die Hard. Best Die Hard.
Big old fan.
That's the one I know.
That's
Dude.
the one.
Komarov, great villain.
Bridge of Spies.
I mean, he's high up there on that announcement list. He's
Yeah.
above Brian Tyree Henry.
So it must be someone big.
I've never
Danish
seen
Girl.
anything he's done outside of A Good Day to Die Hard. That's the only
It's a
one
lot
I
of very
know.
intense spy
Camelot.
titles. Yeah, I don't know this man's work.
I don't know who
The
the hell
lives
this
of
man
others I've
is.
heard of. I've heard of a lot of these things.
This is why you do news, so that way you can just show up here and be like, no idea.
I don't know.
Who's that?
Can't contribute nothing to this conversation.
Live realization.
Brian Tyree Henry, of course.
Exciting.
Andy Serkis, Colin Farrell, Jeffrey Wright, Jamie Lawson as Mayor Bella Real, and Officer Martinez is back.
He's back. Hi.
Officer Martinez. So, Koa, I never asked you. I actually do not know your opinion on it. What is your honest take on... I have two honest take questions. What is your honest take on... Let's go with Sebastian Stan. On Sebastian Stan as Harvey Dent.
Genius.
Genius. Why genius?
Because I think a lot of people associate Harvey Dent with Two-Face and not with being Harvey Dent. And I think Sebastian Stan is a good enough actor. It might actually show people Harvey Dent's a character outside of Two-Face.
Okay.
Because Billy D. Williams got to play Harvey Dent, but nobody remembers that being Harvey Dent. And then he was supposed to evolve into Two-Face. And then the next time we got a live-action Two-Face, he was Harvey Dent for 20 minutes was Two-Face. Like, Aaron Eckhart's an incredible Harvey Dent, but people don't realize how formative Harvey Dent is to the Batman mythos. Without Harvey Dent and the White Knight concept and the Long Halloween and all the things of someone that's actually making change falling from grace, Harvey Dent is very impactful before he becomes Two-Face, and then is even more impactful as Two-Face. I think Sebastian Stan is a strong enough actor that it's only going to enhance the mythos, but it's also, I think, really going to surprise people when they look at, everyone's going to be like, oh, the Winter Soldier. But his work in A Different Man, or his work in I, Tonya, his work in so many different things, the show, Pamela Anderson's show that you love.
Pam and Tommy.
He's so good and he's so transformative. I think that he can bring something to Harvey Dent we've never seen. And I think it's going to make Jamie Lawson's take on Bella Real much more dynamic. I think it's going to tie into the very political nature of this Gotham, because we've gotten this Gotham over the course of 3 properties now, and it's really gotten to grow and evolve and change. So I think there's going to be a lot about the town of Gotham and the wealth inequality and everything that happens after that collapse. What more ripe groundwork for Harvey Dent than a destroyed Gotham? Like a rebuild of Gotham in the winter. We know it's in the winter. We know we've seen like some of those elements. I think the rebirth of Gotham with someone like District Attorney Dent is going to be really fascinating. And I don't think he's going to be Two-Face in this one. I think he's going to get to be Harvey Dent. So that, plus it sounds like they're going with a very dark storyline of his abusive father, who is an absolute monster. The character must be a huge role, because they went out to like everyone. Like Brad Pitt was up for it. Like all these giant names. So clearly it's a very, very big role. And we know from everything leading up to this that Mattson Tomlin and Matt Reeves said this is unlike anything we've seen in Batman. And then every actor that's talked about the script is like, it's ambitious, it's crazy, I can't believe they're doing it. Like everyone that's mentioned the script has had some version of, it's like nothing you've ever seen before, following the 2 writers saying that. So if we know those ingredients with Christopher Dent, if we know that we're getting Sebastian Stan as Harvey Dent, and we know that every actor's like, I can't believe they're doing this shit. To me, that's going to be a really profound take on a character that a lot of people see as kind of just one thing. And Harvey Dent isn't. I think it's overdue to really get to see the character this way.
Okay. So I'm going to circle back to Harvey Dent. We were both excited when we believed, and a lot of us did, that Scarlett Johansson was going to be Phantasm. It seems like everything, including this, and everything that's been coming out, that she's not going to be Phantasm. She's going to be Gilda Dent, which, as we know, in Long Halloween, I feel like I've spoiled it here before, but now I feel cautious about not spoiling it. If you don't know the Long Halloween story, she's a rather important character in the Long Halloween tale. Okay, so Dark Knight did borrow element. There's straight up moments in Dark Knight that are like, those are the pages of the Long Halloween. And while there's like elements of adapting Harvey Dent from Long Halloween, it's not a one-to-one adaptation, nor will this be. It seems like they will probably still be taking some inspiration from it, though.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more faithful in some regards, especially because Harvey has a Gilda. Are you... Okay, so here's the part that was a little fascinating to me. There was all the things about Emma Stone was, being offered this role, and then and then Scarlett Johansson really fought to make sure she can get it. What do you think they would do for Gilda Dent that would make her really stand out to the point that Scarlett Johansson was really fighting for this role? Additionally, are you content with that, even though she's not going to be Phantasm?
I don't know that we've seen that she's Gilda Dent.
Every report keeps saying she is.
I
Let's just say she is. Everything seems to point to
but
that
like
she is.
everyone says, unless Matt Reeves or Mattson Tomlin says it,
it's
every
true.
Every person's like, she is, because they said so. Like, I feel like it's everyone pointing at someone else going like, she is.
Can we confirm that? Because I don't know.
Because I haven't heard I haven't seen a report that says
I trust
from us. So I mean, I discussing films incredibly, but look, there's an asterisk at the end of all 3 of theirs.
Oh. Yes, there is.
Like, to me, that is way more of like, we think it is.
So we don't even know for sure if he's playing Harvey Dent.
Indicate she is set.
Major reports from outlets like Deadline, who we know James Gunn has had his beef with.
Indicate.
Okay, so she could still be... okay, well, there we go. I'm back to it, Coy.
You hope she's Phantasm.
I hope she's Phantasm.
I'm not saying she is or isn't. I'm just saying I haven't seen anything. And I'm very cautious with people assuming and us forming an entire narrative around someone saying, and that becomes true over time.
What's his Instagram? Pop Base?
Yep, trust good old Pop Base.
Let's not go there. Because that's just like AI overview, and I don't really trust like Google's AI sometimes. Okay.
But Matt Reeves just shared a screenshot of her, I think, from what's that movie she did where she's like consuming men, that very intense horror
Under
movie.
the Skin?
Yeah, I think he just shared an Under the Skin gif and said like welcome. Like he didn't say
about. I haven't seen it.
Dude,
sounds cool.
It's intense.
Sounds like erotic
Under the
sci-fi.
Skin
It is
insane.
It is very erotic sci-fi. That is very
my
correct.
God.
So was I right? Was that from Under the Skin? Hell yeah. So Matt Reeves just shared a GIF and said welcome. Like it doesn't like next exit Gotham. Welcome. That doesn't say Gilda to me. That says welcome.
I mean, Gilda's a pretty important baddie. You know?
I don't deny that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying we don't know from the actual source.
Okay, look, we've talked extensively about her being Phantasm and why that would work, why we would love it.
Yes.
Let's play the role now if she is Gilda Dent.
Still great.
You
Still
think,
important.
Is that something that an actor would be like, I must get this role?
In a Matt Reeves movie, yes. Like, this is The Batman Part 2. I think The Batman really showed people there is another level to this. I think that movie made insane amounts of money right after the pandemic. When nothing was making money, that movie's like, remember, it's Batman.
Yeah.
And like the dude put out 2 like pictures from his video village and it broke the internet. Like movies don't track like this anymore.
Yeah.
So you fight as an actor to be in a Matt Reeves Batman movie. I don't know if it's Gilda Dent. I don't know if it's Phantasm. I don't know who. But if that script is that good and it's Matt Reeves, The Batman Part 2, you're fighting for it. So I don't think it really affects my perspective on who anyone is playing if they want to be in a Matt Reeves Batman movie.
Who do you think Brian Tyree Henry would be playing?
Bullock.
Really?
That's who I think it is.
Bullock's not in the first one, right? Not at all. I think they said Balak, and I was like, what serpent
Who is
character
that?
are you speaking of?
I think he's Bullock. I think he'd be great. I think he plays a lot of versatility, but he hasn't gotten to play the role he's... I think of him either in Atlanta, where he's could be Bullock, like that's very much in that direction. But a lot of times he plays like big, enigmatic, like very charming roles. And I think in this world, I could see him more of the curmudgeonly, angry. I think he'd be a really good Bullock. That's who I'd cast him as. Once I saw his name, I was like, yo.
Yeah.
I could be totally off base.
I could definitely see it, especially more of like the film noir look. I always sort of say Bullock with the hat.
Yeah.
Oh, we get that film noir appeal with him.
I mean, as soon as they announced it, my head went there. I don't know anything. This is one of those. Wait, just after saying DC Studio Showcase Season 2, I do need to make it clear. I try not to know things I'm not supposed to know so I can have these conversations. I don't know who he's playing.
Oh my God. If DC Studio Showcase gets picked up for Season 3, you could probably interview Robert Pattinson.
Dude,
oh my God.
I am fighting so hard for that.
You must keep the
I am
show
working
alive
so hard
until
to
this
make that
movie
happen.
comes out.
Do you know next year is the first year in the history of DC there's a Superman movie and a Batman movie the same year?
You mean Batman? What do you mean?
Like separate movies?
Oh, separate movies.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they're together in a movie, but there's never been a Superman Batman year.
That's fair.
So that's awesome. Like The Batman and Man of Tomorrow in the same year.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm fighting.
That is cool.
Guys, watch my show.
Watch the show so he can
I
talk to
want to
Robert
talk to Robert
Pattinson.
Pattinson.
That would be really neat.
I had to turn down a job one time with Pattinson, and I'm still upset about it because it conflicted with like a giant Sony thing I was doing. But they asked me. Apparently, he knows who I am in some abstract way. When they do like big modeling campaigns or like cologne ads, they usually have people on set to like talk to, like interview and like keep the talent like moving and grooving. I was gonna do one of his Dior ads, and I couldn't do it because I was like on a thing. But ever since I've been like, I could have hung out with Pattinson and talked to Batman for like 6 hours. So I want it real bad.
How does it feel when you hear like apparently this guy knows about you in some way?
Odd, but excited.
Okay.
It's the skin of a killer, Bella. I'm just such a big Pattinson fan. I think him and Radcliffe are, to me, the millennial examples of doing a career right as a child star. Yeah. I think the generation right before us was Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think there are generations like, oh, there's hope for you. Because they could have been totally messed up, and instead they're like, we're going to make some weird choices and take incredible career. Like, they can do anything. Guy became Batman.
Yeah.
And I think he's the right Batman for our generation. I think that's why these levels of talent fight for this movie, because this is, to me, very noir, very pulpy, but it also feels like this generation's take on Batman. It's very politically minded. It's very aggressive, but it's about hope. And I think there's an element of vengeance that is very easy to attract our generation. But I think our generation needs optimism more than other generations, because we, as an entire, like if you're born from 85 onward, there's this nihilistic approachability. And I think that Batman is very easy to be a guy that has money and has mental health issues that punches homeless people. And that's such an easy thing to be like, that's how you solve the problem, beat it up. But I think that we need this Batman who literally realizes that vengeance isn't the answer and that hope is. There's something really beautiful about his arc being coming out of the darkness. And I think that Pattinson playing him as like an MCR Nirvana kid, it really speaks to our whole generation of like, hey, there's 100 reasons a day to lose hope. Since you were 11, there's been something going wrong every day. So I think this generation needs this Batman. And I think that actors in that certain echelon are like, yo, this speaks to me.
So what do you think Harvey Dent thematically represents that could complement a new character arc for Bruce Wayne? Because one of the big complaints that happens with the Dark Knight trilogy and in Batman films in general is that eventually it stops feeling like it's about Bruce Wayne. It's about being the villains. And Matt Reeves really is very adamant about doing the exact opposite of that.
Yeah. We're developing Bruce Wayne now.
Yes. So what do you feel like his arc is so definitively clear as something very purposeful of what vengeance can actually mean and how to be a leader in this society of Gotham? So what do you feel like his arc will be that will complement the movie that is not just a mirror of the Dark Knight?
I think we're going in a completely different direction.
Okay.
I think the first film was developing Batman from vengeance into hope. And I think the second film, I Know Nothing, is developing the Bruce Wayne persona because he realizes that he has to be two things. He needs to be Bruce Wayne and Batman.
And what is
because Bruce
Wayne
Wayne is the public-facing political advocate. I think he needs to support Bella Real. I think he's going to need to support the DA. I think Bruce Wayne is going to have to be a face of something, but he's going to have to play the dumb playboy. He's going to have to develop the playboy persona that he doesn't have yet.
Well, in the Court of Owls comic, there's a lot of emphasis on Bruce Wayne doing a lot more philanthropy, and Bella Real talks to him at
Asks
the
about
funeral
him to do
about,
more.
like do some more philanthropic work. So now so what you're getting at is like maybe the inspiration of Harvey Dent being a public figure and
He's gonna
doing
inspire
good
Bruce.
service, make Bruce do some good and lend his persona to do more public servant.
I think that he's not going to do the thing in The Dark Knight where it's like, I can retire being Batman because of how good he is, but I think he's going to see you need to have a face on something in order to push a cause.
Yeah.
And he's not a face as Batman. He's by nature the shadows.
Yeah. Then he's going to be like, circus boy. You
Join me.
Start doing work for me.
Yeah, 12-year-old child,
Come here,
come to
12-year-old.
work.
Here's some green shorts for you.
You're a
What
soldier
the fuck's
now.
going on with Bruce Wayne?
And to all you people who say I should be using my money to help the city, I'm doing that too.
Yeah.
A little
Now
bit.
put these shorts on.
Come gallivant through the city. Let us hop on roofs. But yeah, I think that's a really good opportunity for Bruce Wayne to get a film. I think we're going to see a lot more Bruce Wayne. And did you see that statistic that came out with the runtime of Christian Bale?
No.
There was like 151 minutes of Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy, and there's 129 minutes of Batman in Batman.
Oh, that's funny.
Like I want to say those are the numbers. It blew my mind. Like the amount.
Is there really
of,
151 minutes of Batman in that? That doesn't even sound right to me.
Yeah, like
sounds
it was a meme that was popping around. Minutes of Batman trilogy or minutes of Batman the Batman or something. I saw it pop up like a week ago, and I was like,
wild
that's
goose
great.
chase,
So sorry to send minutes of Batman in Dark Knight trilogy. Maybe this is the number that I
did
heard.
always want to do a video that was which Batman had the most screen time.
Aha!
Wow,
Robert
that's
Pattinson,
right.
129 down to the minute. I called that shit.
Yeah, I
Saw
called that shit from the memory.
Yeah, I just guys, I am this
Of
meme.
remembering the meme.
Guys, I read
called that
something
shit.
2 days ago and I remembered it.
Yeah.
2 days
Called
later.
it from what someone else said.
Numbers someone else did, taking credit. You're welcome. But yeah, I mean that in itself I think is a really interesting different take on Batman because now we have plenty of time to grow Bruce.
Do you think his personality will be different in the second one?
I think he'll be developing the Bruce Wayne persona because we don't have that yet. We have the husk of the entity of Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne, and we have Batman. We don't have a Bruce Wayne.
It'll be like that smiling scene in the Terminator 2 Special Edition, where John Connor teaches him how to smile.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a stressed out Good Times Pattinson. Just
Yeah, I can do it.
I'm a White Knight. But I think that's what we need. I think it's gonna be beautiful, especially if they do the Court of Owls.
I think this is all leading to Court of Owls.
I hope we get a trilogy.
I don't think Court of Owls should be a second movie.
I think it should be planted here.
Should
seeds
absolutely
planted.
be a third movie.
Yeah.
'Cause the whole point of Court of Owls is that they've been the secret society controlling
Underneath.
Gotham forever.
Yeah.
And everything's been leading to that. So I think they absolutely should be the third one.
And they set it up. I mean, they've teased it in the first one.
Yeah.
There's plenty of opportunity there.
And I would like Sebastian Stan to get a show as Harvey Dent. I think if they kept doing that at Two-Face, just Harvey Dent. I don't want the Two-Face show.
I'd watch a Harvey Dent
Just a
show
Harvey
if they do
Dent court case.
if they do it as good as the Penguin and they have like an actual court drama that
Yeah.
ends with him becoming Two-Face, like it ends with him fully embracing Penguin.
Or he just crosses over with the Jimmy Olsen crime show.
Yes.
You put Harvey Dent in a different
Except
tone.
it's a different universe. But yes.
I mean, anything's possible on HBO.
Peacemaker
Finally cross him over.
Yeah.
through side characters.
I think it would be cool to watch the rise of Two-Face in the gangster world.
I agree. I think it's viable too. I
if
think
you had
Sebastian Stan would love it.
Penguin in a guest star episode.
Dude.
And then Jessica Jones shows.
Shared
Like,
universe.
how cool would that be?
Yeah. They wanted to put Deadpool and Peacemaker, I heard.
That would work.
Would have been so funny. Because they were trying to do a portal, I hear, and have Deadpool be on the other side of the portal.
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, do you think Scarlett Johansson's playing Gilda Dent?
Apparently, your boy's out here liking some tweet that mentions Brian Tyree Henry as Harvey Bullock. So
I mean,
look at that.
He would be a good Bullock.
like, so good. And we haven't had Bullock in so long.
I like how Matt Reeves is going, hey, you know those two famous cops? I got it. Let's get two of the greatest black actors today to play them. It's fucking cool, man.
Put him in.
Because the interesting fit about them is the same way I felt about Jeffrey Wright. A lot of times when you get that racial swap that people complain about, Jeffrey Wright didn't hear a peep about it because there's something about
You
it.
did up until release. There was a lot of
Really?
people
I didn't hear
yeah.
shit.
Oh.
Well, in my mind, I didn't dig 2 seconds. I was like,
That
fucking
makes sense.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Jeffrey Wright? Have you heard him speak?
Yeah.
Yes. And same thing with Brian Tyree Henry as Bullock. I'm like,
That would just make sense.
yeah, that makes total
I
sense.
see him in the coat. I put on the hat.
And then the prospect of him and Jeffrey Wright getting go back and forth on the
Yeah.
ideologies of how they feel about Batman and how he feels about Gordon working with him. And there's a point in the comics where Gordon is like running for, I think he's like running for mayor or something. Then Bullock takes over and he's more the head. And then now Batman and Bullock have to work together more.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of cool shit that they could build to.
And I would love to see Pattinson interacting with Brian Tyree Henry. That's going to
Yeah.
be amazing.
Anyway, guys, Gilda Dent. That's what it's all about, baby.
Yeah, the Gilda Dent show.
Leave your thoughts down below. There's some Spider-Man BTS footage out. And I didn't watch the BTS footage. I was listening to a video from Chris from 3C Films, who's been slaying it lately. My God. And I was listening to the video, and then I looked up at one point. I want to see if I could catch him when we're actually watching it. Because he brought up a good question. I'll bring it up after. He was like, I think he thinks there's another villain that might be being teased here.
Oh.
I don't know if Chris is doing that clever metadata thing where he was able to be like, if I could frame this in a way where I can get people talking.
Because now we're talking.
Because now we're talking because it's working, man. It's working, dude. But yeah, can we roll that footage and then we'll talk about. I haven't seen it. I don't know if there's anything special in here or not.
Everything.
It's Spider-Man. It's special.
It's going to be special.
Marvel. All right.
And then Daniel Destin Credin put out like 75 pages of the screenplay. He put out like 3 pages of the script or something.
Oh,
like
cool.
That. Did something. I don't know what he did.
All of Act 3.
Put it all act 3. Yeah.
All right, here we go. A 1, a 2.
This is some of the best action that we've had in any of these movies. And we shot the most
Cool.
stunts of the day
Oh!
in camera.
That was that
Shooting
moment.
That opening action sequence was really exhilarating. It was the first thing that we did.
Opening action.
Spider-Man on the street with cars exploding.
Dude, look how good that looks.
Dude, it's Spider-Man.
It's going to allow the audiences to be a part of this experience.
Should have flown to
One of the
Glasgow.
results of that is we were seeing thousands of people showing up to watch us work. It was a really lovely reminder to all of us how much this movie means.
suit
to
looks
a
so
lot of
good.
people in the world.
Oh, I'm so ready for that web swinging.
All right,
Look
Josh.
at that.
Can you rewind it back? It was exactly the moment where Corey was actually freaking out.
I mean, it's
We're talking
Spider-Man
about-
wearing clothes over his clothes. That's such a Spider-Man
Scroll
thing. He's wearing his winter.
slowly.
because he doesn't have Stark tech.
It's the winter clothes part. You'll notice he's got like a beanie on, John.
Yeah, he doesn't have Stark tech, so he's got to wear like.
It might have been
It's very
earlier.
Spider-Man. I think it's
it
like
might-
3 frames in, like 3 sections in, right there.
right there, yeah. This little section.
Oh, look at him.
So, because of set photos and the trailer, and it's snowing. It's a winter time.
Yeah.
There's nothing been released that would tell us which villain who would be doing this to him at this moment right now. So that was the question Chris was posing here.
I definitely think there's more villains than we've seen. I think this is all going to be like a big montage of characters, and we haven't seen snow yet.
So
We haven't seen like a snow scene that could tie to this yet.
So you think this is part of the opening? Or
Yeah,
part of the montage?
I think it's part of the montage. I think we're going to see him fighting a ton of villains. Putting him in different clothes also shows passage of time.
Okay.
And I think that it's also very Spider-Man to have like him in clothes over his suit. So this is a very smart way to add time to that montage.
So we have Tarantula. We have Tombstone confirmed. What's this
Boomerang.
fucking movie? Boomerang.
Scorpion.
Scorpion. We've seen Scorpion. Okay. What would be the first thing that just pops to mind when you see snow like this? What minor villain that you could throw away in a montage would you imagine could possibly
Slide would be great. Slide's a character
nope,
that's
nope.
super slippery, so you can't catch him. It'd be fun to add snow and like ice to that.
Okay, 'cause
Slide's fun.
He's tossing him against like a truck right now.
I mean, Slide's not known for his strength. He's known for his evasiveness. See, there he is. Look at Slide go. He's in like 5 issues. He's not a big deal. He's probably in a couple more than that. He's appeared in like 1 animated series. Anyway, there's Slide. I would also say the Big Wheel would be hella fun. The Big Wheel is a preposterous villain that is a big wheel. And that could be fun with the slipping and sliding around. There he is. That's a man in a big wheel, that is.
The big wheel look feels like it would complement the other minor villains that they're teasing.
Yeah, like the preposterous doesn't need an arc at all. Just is absurd.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. That's the big wheel.
Can you type in what other villains are rumored to be in this movie?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and let's see if there's any of those that are snow-based,
lineup.
or at least
Rhino should be Paul Giamatti again.
he's back.
Not confirmed or let's just see.
Ba-da-ba, Tombstone, Scorpion, Boomerang, Tarantula.
Can you specify it's a rumored?
All right.
Okay, we got the Punishers. Ramrod?
Ramrod's physically strong. Like Ramrod's he's a half android. He's like a cyborg thing. Mr. Negative's not known for his strength, but obviously his mental stuff. But yeah, Ramrod's big strong boy.
I mean, these looks that we're getting of them do seem
It's 70s stuff. It's
they do
Bronze Age
fit
stuff.
to what we've seen in the trailer of the montage. There's no way they would just toss Mr. Negative.
No, he's gonna be a way bigger thing.
He's such a huge villain.
I also think he might be like Power Vacuum with Tombstone. Like he might be something they're holding on to. I don't know if Mr. Negative's in it, but he's not going to be a throwaway. But Ramrod and a lot of the Bronze Age 70s villains, because we're getting a very gang war-esque thing. It'd be cool to see Hammerhead. I doubt that's him, but Hammerhead would fit this world.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. We got Koi's theories for you
Those
guys.
are my
I know
theories.
people want to hear Koi's theories.
I got some Spider-Man. Dude, I'm so excited for this.
Koi's my comic book AI, and I just prompt him to talk,
Say things about comics and Spider-Man.
and it works.
It does.
And yet you won't get me pictures
of Spider-Man. The childlike glee that I just got from those little clips, man. Like we're gonna get web swinging Spider-Man through a city. Like I'm just so excited. I'm not emotionally ready for what this movie's gonna do to me.
Do you think John Watts is going to be in the theaters clenching his ass when he's seeing how well it looks with all the practical swinging?
I feel like he'd be okay with me saying this. I've run into John Watts a lot at events, and John Watts and I had a really good conversation in London with Far From Home, to the point where he asks me stuff. Like he respects my opinion because I freaked out with details in London years ago. And I run into him pretty often, and I saw him at, that was something like 2 months ago. And I was like,
A funeral?
No, it was an event that I was surprised to see him at, because it was Disney, but it was Fantastic Four. It was Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. He was talking to Jake Schreier and a few of the other directors, and like I didn't want to interrupt that like Marvel cabal, but he like left talking to them to come over and ask me a thing, and I asked him how excited he was to get to just watch a Spider-Man movie. And like, this was no cameras. He had no right or need to say anything. He's like, dude, I love that character so much. I'm really excited to see someone else's take with Tom. And I think it's going to be so special. I think he'll be there like rooting Tom on. I feel like he's made 3 nearly $1 billion movies. Like he proved himself. And he came from like Cop Car. So I genuinely think John Watts is excited to like rest. He did a Star Wars show. He did $3 billion Spider-Man movies. I think he's excited to be like, oh, someone else can work for 10 months, you know?
What it must be like to be an individual who could have that level of humbleness, you know?
And ask a fan that he respects my level of fandom, so he wanted to know what I thought, and then to have a like conversation as a fan. I think he enjoyed that because he didn't have to hide anything. He didn't have to like pretend he didn't know anything. He got to be like, what do you think? And we got to geek out about our outside perspective. I genuinely like John a lot. Like he is a man who does not seem like he made $1 billion movie. Like he'll just be like, hey, dude, let's talk about Spider-Man. Like that's cool.
I just think this industry is so fascinating when it comes to character like IP like this, especially when one doesn't get to finish out their run. Like
he also did.
No.
So I think that's closure too. Like maybe that's another reason he's excited. Did the trilogy.
Well, it's like Sam Raimi having to watch Amazing Spider-Man, or you know, Edgar Wright seeing Ant-Man carry on without him, or Tobey Maguire watching Garfield, Garfield watching Holland.
And he didn't get to finish it, really.
Yeah, that's my point, is like none of these...
Bill Murray watching Chris Pratt as Garfield.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. But yes, things like that is, and then when you're watching, like, okay, Tom Holland's, he didn't cast Tom Holland, but he helmed his films, and, you know, like all the praise that this is getting and stuff, and it's like, oh, you got to be like so humble to prepare yourself for comparison to the films that you had,
especially
as someone
with
takes over your franchise.
The animosity people have against, like, I think he has a good trilogy, and a lot of people will be like, oh, he never web swings. I'm like, I don't like that he left New York and Far From Home, but there's some of the best web swinging stuff when he's fighting Mysterio on those bridges.
Yeah,
like that stuff doesn't get, people forget because they want a certain kind of web swinging, that he did do some really great stuff. And I feel like that'd be the hardest part for me, is like, I put years of my life into this, and there's some great like elements that people just forget because they wanted a different flavor of it.
I mean, those movies were huge, and the Holland trilogy, I think if you take away even No Way Home, but let's just take it those first two. Those are the kind of movies that get appreciated more when you get other films that go back to more traditional Spider-Man
100%.
like this, because people look at the ones that did something different and tried something different. Like Far From Home might have been like the best to a lot of people.
It's my least favorite, but it has a lot of merit.
Tried some shit,
yeah.
You know?
I think Mysterio's incredible. I think it's got a lot going for it.
Like, we watched Iron Man 2. We were doing our road to Doomsday. And by the way, if you're a patron, we're going to watch Thor later today. So if you have a question, throw it in there. We'll answer. Hopefully, if we have time. But throw it in there if you're a patron. Anyway, so for Iron Man 2, like when we were watching it, we were really liking it in the first half. And we had our qualms coming in the second half a lot. But in hindsight, now that so much time has passed and we've seen what comic book movies have become, it's like so interesting to look at a movie like Iron Man 2 and go, this is so different for a comic book sequel and for a comic book movie in total. Like, this isn't even following the MCU formula as much as we might have thought in memory. They're really going for something different. So even though it might miss more than it succeeds in certain points, there's so much to appreciate about even some of those misses because of what they were intending and going for.
I think Hulk had that too.
Absolutely.
I think both of those movies, I was shocked at how much ambition they had outside of themselves.
I even see Defenders come out for like the Schumacher days now. But I'm talking both Schumacher Batman movies, you know, and it's fucking great.
People were
good for you guys,
dude. People were so mad at us that we didn't just gush over the Tom Jane Punisher.
I was gonna say, I can only do one Schumacher. I can only ride for one.
Yeah.
I can't ride for them both.
I can ride for Schumacher's Gotham, but I can't ride for his Batman and Robin in totality.
Yeah. So like, what that's my point, is a lot of these times were, it's like, but even the Watts films were still, at the end of the day, they were still critically received well. They were still audience score received well. That they were juggernauts.
Yeah.
So of course you're going to hear a lot of people bitch about the movie.
Spider-Man No Way Home lasted like a week before people were like, it's actually shit.
Yeah.
And that movie's magic, man. I, to this day, get the same rush and hype. Like, that feeling in that theater was like nothing else.
I've never seen it since the theaters.
It's so magical. I still feel like I'm sense memorying the theater when I see it at home.
Well, yeah, when we're doing our road to Doomsday,
it's coming.
When we get there, I'm really curious to see how this like feels.
We all saw that together
At home. We did.
Yeah, we did the
was
carpet
a trio.
and I got to introduce you guys to K-Fig.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And you got me Willem Dafoe.
Tiny Willem
Dude,
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe was that was one of the hardest. Don't remember when you're 12 what this would have done to your brain. Like I'm usually so good at my inner child staying quiet, but Willem Dafoe appearing, I was like, this is what I thought moving to LA would be. And it was so hard to just like, that's Willem Dafoe.
Anyway, Spider-Man. It's coming out, guys. I'm excited for it. And I hope John Watts has a good time in the theater.
Me too, man. I think he will.
Remember he was going to make Fantastic Four at one point?
Yeah. And now, what's the director's name of Fantastic Four?
Dax Shepard.
Yes. Who directed Fantastic Four?
Jake Schreier.
No, that's Thunderbolts.
Matt Shackman.
Matt Shackman.
Matt Shackman.
Apparently, Matt Shackman's not doing Fantastic Four too.
What's it called?
I don't know, but he's moving on to something else.
Fantastic Five.
Which is interesting because it feels like Fantastic Four got chop sueyed, and like I'd be really curious if that's why he's not doing a second one.
We should have a conversation about research.
Okay.
Comic book research, prep research.
Mm.
Because sometimes I feel like it ruins the experience for me.
Sure.
So I reread. I hadn't read Secret Wars in a very long time.
Hickman.
I remember. I never read the original actually, and
It's so fun.
I've never gotten past the first issue.
It's the 80s.
Because there's just so many people like introducing themselves.
Hello,
in monologues.
I am, and yes, and now we,
And I'm
yes.
like, I can't do this right now. every time I'll get to it later. I never did. And I reread the Hickman. It's like, Doomsday's coming out, and they're doing Secret Wars. So like, might as well just like refresh my memory on it. And I didn't really like get it the first time. It's one of those things where I was like reading a lot, but not really I'm a much better at digesting stuff and comprehending what I'm reading now. Before I would just kind of like read and be like, oh shit, I just read 10 pages, don't know what I read.
Comics are muscle. Like the way you read a comic and comprehend does get better and better.
Definitely. And also in novels too, I'm much better at. So when I reread it, I was like, damn, this is a fucking good comic. And like, oh, Doom's so fucking cool. And the way it ends with Reed and Doom. And then I went, oh man, now I'm not as excited for Doomsday. And then I thought about
How upset I've been about Doctor Doom for the last 2 years.
Then I thought about Punisher and what happened one last kill.
Yeah.
Because I was reading comics, which is like, that didn't really affect my experience with it. But I rewatched the 2 seasons of Punisher, and I didn't really like the second season when I first saw it, but I liked it so much more the second time I watched it. And I really think it hampered my experience of One Last Kill, because I'm like, this is pretty much what I already saw, but like in 30 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people who either don't really remember that show really like One Last Kill, or people who never saw the second season really like One Last Kill. And I'm like, yeah, I really think it like fucked with my experience because I remembered it too well.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like the goal is always for it to amplify the experience and make it better. And sometimes it does. Like, research made Punisher Warzone that much better to me. Like,
Yeah.
I already liked Warzone, but the research and understanding the comics so much more made me love that movie exponentially more. And then sometimes it makes me go, I wish I didn't like do any
Wish I didn't know who any of these people were.
I'd probably
It would have been nice.
Probably would just take this on its own way better, you know?
Yeah, I have
it's
that a lot.
So that's why I'm bringing it up, because I'm like, I wonder what it must be like for you.
It's so loud
who
up there,
has
dude.
to debate this all the time in their head, who's like, expect it. Like, this is a hobby for
Right.
me. This is real work for you.
I'm reading everything every week.
Like, you're literally hired at HBO to be the comic guy.
Yeah.
And that exceeds beyond DC now, just in the zeitgeist of your work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what the fuck must it be like for Coy, who
I
has
try to
like
separate.
constantly compartmentalize
That's exactly it, dude.
experiences.
It's got to be a different medium. It's got to be like when I go out to eat and I want steak versus when I go out to eat and I want Outback. Like, that's not steak. It's
Yeah.
Outback. Like, when I want a burger and I want In-N-Out, that's not me going to Fat Burger. So
Right,
I have to know what I'm getting, and I have to mentally prepare. Like, am I craving a burger or am I craving In-N-Out?
Right.
Am I craving a Spider-Man adaptation or am I craving like this take on Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Because it's a really different thing. Honestly, when I want to watch something that feels like a Spider-Man comic, I still go to The Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
That to me is the closest
That's
to the
the
comic.
closest? Okay.
And when I want to feel like, I mean, I don't rewatch a lot of comic book movies because we do this for a living. But if I were to, I would be like, oh, that's the closest comp. And so it's got to be about flavor. It's got to be about the medium. It's got to be about the experience. Because I'm not going to be, it's not going to scratch the itch. Because the MCU does not feel like Spider-Man to me. And I think Daniel Cretton
Fascinating.
will.
Fascinating. Yeah.
Like, this to me, like, The 40 seconds we just saw of him swinging around, that to me feels like Spider-Man. But I didn't expect, once they introduced him in Civil War, for it to feel like the comic books, because it's such a different take on the character.
Yeah.
Absolute Batman wouldn't work if I was expecting to read a Batman comic. Absolute Batman is very inherently not Batman, but there's something about the core of it that is Batman. But it's a guy that doesn't have any money. It's this giant bodybuilder. It's all these things. He's a kid. He's young. But if I'm like, man, I'd like to read some Batman, I'm not thinking Absolute, and I'd be very upset if that was my mindset. So I think it's the same with mediums or adaptations or anything. It's just, what version of this reality do I want? And it's the same in interpersonal relationships. If I want to talk about fitness, I'll talk to you or my dad. But if I was talking about fitness with like my more casual friends, there'd be a level of like, there's a stop. It doesn't go forward. Like, we're not excited about, like, there's not a place to take this. And they're like, why is he bringing this up with me? And the same with like any media.
You have to stop calling them pussies.
It helps.
You keep doing that.
I gotta stop. Like,
That's for you.
yeah.
Why
Keep
you
that in
guys
here.
always stop talking about macros when
Shut
I
your,
come into the
shut
room?
your bitch mouth. Shut your bitch mouth.
That's why. That's why right there.
What's the Wedding Crashers line? You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
But I think that's
The
just.
intro.
But I think that's humanity, right? And I think that's why I liked the Punisher special a lot more than most. When I saw the runtime,
I mean, people love it.
No,
Yeah,
some.
I feel like I'm in the minority.
No,
Actually,
I mean, with the internet's so angry, I just feel like it's going to be an angry response. But I feel like I saw the runtime and went, oh, are we going to get a comic issue? And even with Swamp Thing, that Werewolf by Night special still felt like a few issues as far as the arc it told.
Swamp. Oh, the
Coy.
I said
Coy.
Swamp Thing. I meant Man Thing.
Coy.
I meant
Man
Man Thing.
Thing,
I meant
Coy.
Man Thing. I'm
Okay.
so sorry. Card revoked.
You're fired.
I'm it.
From
I'm out.
DC.
Sorry, I gotta go. But when I watched Werewolf by Night, that felt like 3 or 4 comic arc.
Yeah.
I hadn't felt anything feel like one issue, and Punisher really did. So I think the novelty of it, like, and that I didn't remember season 2 that well, I was excited.
Yeah.
But I shifted into that mindset beforehand so I could enjoy it.
True. That's a really good point that you make, though. What you just said about like how the Holland films don't feel like the Spider-Man comic, but this one looks like it will.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
Because you
though.
did have a moment in the trailer reaction, like very early on, we were like, "That's Spider-Man, dude." I'm like, "Yeah, Coy, it's Spider-Man. It's fucking he's dressed like Spider-Man." But then
thematically, Greg, emotionally,
now in hindsight,
yeah, correct.
I get it.
Because even the Sam Raimi movies, when I was a kid, it was just so staggering to imagine they made a Spider-Man movie. It was something I dreamed of. It was something I couldn't conceive, a live-action Spider-Man movie. I've told you about the parody ad in the Wizard magazine with Leonardo DiCaprio. That broke my heart for years. When a Spider-Man movie actually existed, it really just blew my mind in a way that I couldn't quite comprehend. But even those, to me, my interpretation of Spider-Man is not on screen in the Sam Raimi movies in the same way that a lot of people connect to it.
I think a lot of adaptations though can be jumping off points. You know, to
And
get into the
people
real thing.
discovered the comic.
Yeah. It's like Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys,
This looks like Spider-Man.
the Holland movies are the Wuthering Heights of Spider-Man.
Oh.
That's how I put it.
You know, I like the Holland movies. I just don't expect a comic book. I expect
Tom
something in a shared
Holland
universe.
licks his own webs.
I'm so trying to unpack what this metaphor actually means.
When you see Wuthering Heights, you'll understand.
saw Wuthering
I
Heights?
have seen Wuthering.
Oh,
It's not the fucking book.
It's not the
It's
book.
not the
It's
book.
not the book. And I thought I would have more to say about
But
it.
but it made me go on such a deep dive of understanding what the book is.
some people discover the
Even
comics.
though I had no idea what the book was, I was like, "What the fuck was this movie?"
It has become the ultimate poster child for the like, hold on, I gotta go do the Wikipedia at least.
Way, yeah, it's a fascinating, and it's a weird position that we're in because we like to sometimes it's fun just not knowing stuff and going in. Other times it's like, no, I feel like I gotta know some stuff.
Like, I think certain movies in fandom are really fun to watch, accepting you don't know it. Like Mandalorian and Grogu, I barely remember that show. Like, it's very distant in my mind. And I'm not deep Star Wars lore. So when Tesla and I did that commentary, I was like, I don't know who that guy is. And seeing that movie soon, I'm going to go into it like, I like fandom, I like Star Wars. Will I be better off not knowing or worse off? Like, it's going to be really interesting to watch that removed because those ratings aren't great. So we'll see how that outsideness helps.
Oh, don't know the ratings. I can't wait to find out.
People are...
It's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
I heard it's like fine and good, which probably means not good. Anyway, let's. But I'm not. That's not my opinion. I'm not convinced myself. People sometimes think I like form an opinion, but that's the one accusation I really. Like, if there's any comment that still gets under my skin. It's when people think I made up my mind before I already watched something, because I do not.
Mine is getting called a shill because the word means doing something and pretending to not be advocating for it. And if I'm doing a show on DC, it's pretty obvious I'm doing a show on DC, and they're telling me I can say whatever I actually believe. Like my struggle is people like believing in inauthenticity in the other direction. I hate when people think I like everything for money when I don't do most of this for that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't read 70 comics a week. No one's paying me to do that. It's so I'm better at my job. And I don't review things I don't like because I don't like talking shit. So therefore people think I only like everything because that's what they're seeing.
Yeah.
But like so the shill thing kills me because it's like you don't know what the word means and you're incorrect.
Fascinating. Still gets to you, huh?
Still gets to me.
It's weird. It used to bother me. It's been so long since it bothered me. But it's good. It's good you read all those comics. They say what you practice in private, you're rewarded for in public. So you get to have all this shit.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're loud and on certain other social media platforms. Anyway, let's move on to
Dude, that platform I just got a video demonetized that had 1.1 million views, and I was like, that would have been actually worth this app being on my phone. But now it's just a spy app and not paying me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Crazy. I did 2 videos. One that was like the first half of CinemaCon Avengers Doomsday, and obviously I didn't show the trailer. I cut it, and then the second half is another part of it. And they said the first one, which is the exact same shot, everything else was too low quality when it had 1.1 million views, which would have been like $3,000. And the next one, they're like, "That's no problem. Here's $20." They just didn't want to pay me because it would have upped all my videos pay because there's like a multiplier thing, and they literally. So I made like a couple $100 for the entire month when I would have made like $5,000.
Wow.
And like, fuck that app. It's crazy.
Fucking Vine.
Dude, bring back Vine. I just hate social media. At least YouTube, you know how you're getting manhandled.
Yeah, true. Anyway, let's move on to. Okay, why don't we bookend this? Let's go on to Alan Cumming's quote. This will be short. There's not much to talk about here. Outside of what we already talked about. Such a back and forth experience for me. It is the ping pong anticipation. Because I think just going through the comic, it's like they're obviously going to do God Emperor Doom. There's no other point in bringing him in and then doing Secret Wars, right? Unless they just like didn't make him God Emperor Doom.
I think they'll make him God Emperor Doom at the end of it. I think they're going to pull a
Doomsday?
a Thanos wins.
I really like the ending of Doomsday, of what happens for Secret Wars for Doom.
Love that for you.
But so I'm like, oh, that could be kind of a cool ending if they like copied that in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like he's so much of what he does in there is rooted in
Reed
Richards specifically. Like,
Yeah.
I want this family to be mine. He's like,
and that's, I mean, he did meet Franklin.
and he also is afraid of Reed too. He's the biggest threat to him is Reed Richards. As much as he creates Battle World, it's like Reed is the ultimate threat to him.
Yeah.
The one he's like, I searched everywhere to make sure there was none of him around.
And that's his ego that we're not going to get to feel that connection to.
Yeah, it's like we barely even had time with Reed Richards, you know. So,
And even that Reed wasn't as arrogant as he needed to be for doing
Reed's
it.
an asshole.
Yeah, that's why I think casting
Reed's
Pedro
like a real asshole.
Pedro's such a likable guy, and people still don't understand why I don't think the casting works because he's so likable.
Yeah, he's like stoic and off-putting, but he's not like he's more of an asshole as Joel in The Last of Us than he is as Reed.
Way more.
Yeah,
And even that's not enough.
An astral.
So Alan Cumming said this. He said it'll include a secret Avenger that hasn't been announced. And while he was filming, they didn't want to let out the certain character that was coming back, so they called somebody else in the script. It was confusing. I love all the actors who are returning who haven't been part of the MCU, who are talking about like,
Well, who's that guy?
how they make these movies now makes no fucking sense.
Because they're like making regular movies, and they're like, I don't know what to do today.
It's like they're making them do audition scenes in a way.
Yeah,
like,
like completely unknown what's over there.
yeah, actors are trained by this point in their career, especially to like feed off of their partner, work off who they're working with, like get all the context, and if they have to use their senses and everything in order to imagine. And here, when they make these movies, they're like, we can't tell you what's going on, but make it very believable what you're saying right now.
Feel
it's
this.
a tall order to ask from an actor. And I love what Alan Cummings is saying here. So who the fuck would Nightcrawler be interacting with? That might be different here. I mean, you saw the Doomsday trailer.
Yeah. Everyone's interacting with everyone. It was way more Avengers than I expected, and they're interacting with all the Avengers.
I mean,
way more X-Men than I expected, and they're in with the Avengers.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah.
They're all just playing Zip Zap Zop with each other.
With each other. Like, I mean, there's a scene where Mystique transforms into Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
So, like, they're in with each other in a way that I wasn't expecting. I thought they wouldn't show that. Like, I thought that was a post-incursion event. So Alan Cummings basically going to be interacting with any Avenger and be like, I don't know what's going on. I don't watch these movies.
Okay, but he didn't say there was a secret Avenger. He said there's a certain character that was coming back. So it doesn't have to be... Okay, but they're part of the Avengers. That's what I mean by a secret Avenger, or what this post is saying.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to be like one of the Avengers has been around, like Hulk or something like that.
But we always kept hearing there was going to be another round of chairs that never happened. There's more Avengers to be announced. Like, remember there was like all that talk of like every month it was like, it's coming, second round of chairs. And I was like, they wouldn't do that again.
Well, who hasn't come? Could be Ghost Rider.
There's so many.
Who hasn't come back yet that could come back? I've like out. Okay, there's Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm. There's also a ton of actual
Elektra.
There's MCU characters.
Multiple Electras.
I don't know if they could do. It's true. I don't know if they could do a Ben Affleck. I think a Ben Affleck Daredevil would be distracting. I think if they did any characters that they currently have going, like a Tom Jane Punisher, I think that would be. It's like that. I know some people will come out and be like, "What about Spider-Man? They did that." I'm like, "It's not the same thing. You have a whole movie dedicated to that."
Oops, all bullseyes.
Colin Farrell.
and-
It would be fun to do a Daredevil multiverse show.
I'd say that what I think is going to happen is we're going to get X-Men Avengers as Doomsday, and I think Secret Wars is going to be that, though. I think we're getting like that's why I think, this year we're watching the whole MCU. I think next year we should watch every Marvel adaptation because it's going to be that. I think Ben Affleck comes back next year. I think Tom Jane comes back
You think
next
they
year.
would do all that?
Oh, dudes, how do you... The only way to escalate past Endgame is Doomsday and bringing in Fox. The only thing to escalate past Fox is everything else. I think like it has to be a sequel, so it has to be bigger. It has to be it's member berries now. But what member berries are bigger?
But Doomsday seems like it's about exploring different universes and incursions, and then Secret Wars is supposed to be like a new society in a world.
But it's going to be a collision of worlds, and I think that's going to be how they bring in all those old comic worlds. Secret Wars is Battle World, and all these worlds coming together to fight.
Right.
So if you've already done X-Men versus Avengers, then what's bigger than that? What other worlds to bring in? I think that's Ghost Rider. And then you could have, if Ryan Gosling's in, it's Ghost Rider. Plus Nicolas Cage. And then you have multiple Punishers. Then you have, and that way you've got something that we've never seen before. I think that on your left is going to be every motherfucker in the game.
Sounds a little too cartoony.
Have you seen the escalation of scenes? Also, what's TikTok gonna love more than being like, that's a 3 Daredevil scene? Please explain this ending. There's one, there's two, there's
Sounds
three.
like an AI clip out. That's too much. It's way too much.
Who'd they fire? All the real
Bring
artists.
back all the dead ones too, man. Bring back Ray Stevenson Punisher.
Dude.
Bring back freaking Coolio from Daredevil.
They seem
like
very
Flash.
cool with AI. So I don't know, man. It could be messy.
Well, it's like the Secret Wars has all the Thors that work for Doom and the Doom Guard, and then you have towards the end you have a bunch of Hulks that appear, but they had comics leading into it that explain like all these multiple versions that could exist.
We already had Calvary. Things are coming like
That
this.
was a joke. That was
Things are coming.
That was like a funny thing. That was like funny.
It all has to get bigger than the last
Secret
thing.
Wars isn't a comedy.
That has to get bigger than the last
Like
thing.
they did all the Wolverines because it's funny in Deadpool and Wolverine, not like, oh wow, look at all these Wolverines are about to fight each
But
other.
I think we're gonna get a blend of, oh wow, look at all these characters. I just think that's the only way to get bigger.
Really,
What did you think Secret Wars is gonna be?
I thought it would be like something that look. If we're following what Russo's did with Infinity War, which was like the ultimate comic book movie where you're cutting around to multiple plot lines, you got one big baddie, then it ends with the Avengers losing. I feel like that's kind of what we're gonna get now, where it's like we're going to different universes, the X-Men and all this shit, and then it's gonna end with Doom winning, and he's gonna have to. I don't know if they're gonna include all that shit with the Beyonders or whatever, but somehow he's gonna create his little I'm God here in Battle World. And then I feel like the second movie would be the one like Endgame that starts off, it's much bleaker. It's maybe slower pace. Because like Secret Wars, the comic at least, doesn't start off with it's just like fucking crazy right away. It builds. It's like really thoughtful, and then character pieces, and then eventually it becomes a crazy war when people start realizing, like, wait a minute, we're living under some bullshit. This isn't real. Doom created this, and then slowly the lies of fanaticism towards Doom are getting exposed, and everyone's realizing they've been manipulated in some capacity. And I feel like that's more what they'll do is the build up to it.
I think that is all still true, but the third act is going to be.
Did you think? Yeah, you're saying the third act would do all that.
Yeah, I think
Sounds
that.
so cheesy.
I mean, if anyone can do it, it's the Russos. Like, they are so good at balancing 100 things on a screen.
Just like all the Daredevils coming out, like that doesn't. It made sense to me when there was like all the Hulks and the Thor. I was like, I just like, would it make sense to do that? Because isn't the point that a lot of these universes are wiped out and they only save pieces of each universe, and that's how they create a battle world?
But that's also how they saved these people from this universe, and then we got Daredevil.
So he's like, I'm going to save all these Daredevils? Or he's like, I've stored all these Daredevils somewhere? Like,
He's going to save the Yoan Griffith Reed Richards and the Miles Teller Reed Richards and have beef with the both of them.
Dude, if they don't do Miles Teller as the maker, they have made a mistake.
With what Reed is, it would make more sense to have
100%.
multiple Reeds than it would to
Council
have
of Reeds, yeah.
Fucking have Council of Reeds.
There
It would
is
way
that.
more sense to do that than it would to have, and you could have one of them be John Krasinski even.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
And he works with one of his Reed counterparts in Secret Wars as well. So that
But
would
I
make
do
more
think we're going to
sense.
get those characters.
That's all right. All right.
We'll see.
All right.
I could be wrong.
All right. Anyway,
So-
that's who's interacting. All the Reeds with their
Any one of these people we just said could be that person.
Josh Trank. That's
Josh
who we're talking
Trank
to.
as Josh Trank.
Josh Trank.
It's just Nightcrawler watching the Josh Trank cut.
Yeah,
And David Ayer being like, "Where's mine?"
it's time.
Lanterns. Woo! There's lanterns somewhere in here.
Yes.
I bookmarked it somewhere.
Yes.
It's somewhere.
Yes. Lanterns.
Yeah, let's read that.
All right.
New details about lanterns.
Yeah, so many quotes this week.
Go back one, John. I got 2 quotes. I didn't organize. I wish there's a way to like rearrange this.
Oh, wow.
Find the second quote. That one. Let's go. So this is a good one to start off with. Lanterns is set in 2 time. Who do you think will be in Secret Wars or the New Avenger? Lanterns is set in 2 time periods. One part in 2016, the other part in 2026. The story begins with a shooting in a small rural town that Hal Jordan becomes convinced is an alien incident.
Cool.
Ooh, that sounds so Spielbergian.
That sounds cool, man.
Cool.
There's some Men in Black shit.
Isn't that guy in Super 8? I don't remember that movie at all, but isn't
Yeah.
Kyle Chandler in Super 8?
Yeah.
Isn't he the dad?
Spielbergian.
The well-meaning but overworked dad.
Is Finn
He's good
Wolfhard
at
in
that.
that movie?
I think, or something. I don't know. We'll find out.
I know I saw it, and I don't know
I
anything
don't
about
remember shit about it except the train scene.
There's a train scene. I just remember.
Such a big train scene.
Yeah, that's the one.
Did J.J. Abrams actually direct? Anyway, sorry, we're getting off topic here. So let's go to the second quote, then, John.
Alrighty.
Also, that time jump explains how in the first bit of footage they were like, no human lanterns, and Guy Gardner exists. So the Guy Gardner thing happens in between those 10 years then.
Got it.
Right? Because that was everyone was so mad. They're like, guys, do you watch your movies?
The story begins in 2016. Shooting occurs in a small rural town. Who's been keeping Hal's been keeping tabs on the town from afar for quite a while. However, the local authority, Sheriff Carey, finds no evidence to support that assertion. There's a familiar tension in terms of jurisdiction. It's not like FBI and locals. It's the Lantern Corps and a local sheriff. That's our entry into that town and into that mystery. Oh, I like that a lot. That's a really cool way in. Does this setup remind you of any specific Lanterns run at all? Nope. Yeah.
But, like, I'm going to be honest. I think going... This is going to upset so many comic fans. I think that the reason it will work is you only get bigger and more cosmic from here, and you get relatability when it's a language that more people speak. People speak gritty cop drama. Most people do not, and I get comic fans are the ones that are going to see this clip, and I get people are going to be like, we can understand. The average consumer is not going to be like, I would like a space cop show. They might try it out, and it might work for them, but they might not ever try. I think starting not comic-y and getting the characters to be endeared to audiences and then growing it out is going to allow Green Lantern fans and HBO fans to love this show. I think that you can only... move into bigger places from here. So I know this is controversial. I think sometimes not adapting a comic is good if it's something as far out as Space Cops. I honestly, we got Guy Gardner already, and we are going to have this, at least Jon Stewart in Man of Tomorrow. I would love to connect to them as characters. Like Wonder Man, I'm more excited to see in something now that I've connected to him. I don't care that much about Wonder Man, the character, as compared to other characters, but because of the gritty, grounded take we got, I'd love to see him in something big and bold. This is way more approachable, I think, for most audiences than a Space Cop show.
True.
So I'm cool with it not being
I
sounds like a show I'd watch no matter what, and it happens to be an awesome Lantern show.
I personally like the small town vibe, and it feels like good reasoning why the Lanterns have to keep things a little low profile, because this isn't like a full-on alien takeover. They don't know for sure. It seems like he's got a suspicion, but it's not confirmed. So he has to like kind of cooperate, again, for low-profile purposes. Then it could escalate into something bigger. I could feel the tension brewing, and also through the lens of this sheriff discovering in a world where there's like a Superman now and everything, of like discovering new alien life and what that could mean politically in this situation like this, in a small town like this, you know?
I also want different takes. I'm so sick of everything feeling like if it's a comic book show, it has to be shot on the volume and be flat. Like I want the spinner rack of TV. If you're gonna have it on HBO, and then it can be something that feels different than a comic book show.
Yeah.
If you're going to build out a brand new universe, this shows the confidence we saw in. We're watching Phase 1 right now. There is very little DNA between Iron Man and Hulk, and we're about to watch Thor, and it's going to feel even more different. I like how different those worlds feel, because then Avengers felt special. I want it to feel different. I want it to feel like picking up a different comic book. So to me, having Lanterns feel totally different than Peacemaker, having that feel totally different than Superman is exciting.
Do you think the show will be a hit? Like,
I don't know what's a hit anymore.
I feel like it'll probably be like a fine episode 1 premiere. The real tell will be how it carries over.
It's so hard to know, because Daredevil,
Or
I love Daredevil, and I don't think that ever cleared the Nielsen top 10, but there's so many networks and so many shows. I don't know what audiences.
But that was different, because I think a lot of ill will was done with season 1, as much as some people don't like to hear it. It's just a reality. Season 1 affected a lot of people being interested in season 2. I kind of thought about that a little bit. Is how, like, why was the drop off so big? Even though the quality was so much higher, I was thinking about the marketing. I'm like, the marketing looked good.
Posters were great. Trailers were good.
But it brought me back to the difference between Born Again season 2 and Daredevil season 2. And in Daredevil season 2, they had the interest and excitement of introducing the Punisher, a brand new character. And there's the new hype again of Marvel's heyday, and Daredevil was doing something completely different for the MCU. And Daredevil season 2 has so much more to combat with. Like season 1 did not get a great response. It was fine to good at like overall, but best. There were a lot of people very vocally disappointed with it too, and not enough to entice. Then when they did the marketing for season 2, outside of Jessica Jones is going to come back, it didn't really show that it would do anything different outside of be a qualitative improvement over season 1. So if anything, I was like, yep, it's just more Matt versus Kingpin again, 5th time, you know?
Yeah.
And we've already gotten Kingpin and other stuff as well. So I just feel like I think the appeal of it did not really advertise what is different or new about this season.
I think with Penguin doing so well, this will do well. If
Hopefully.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that
Do you think this will be associated in the same camp?
I think they're both prestige dramas adapting comic books. You know, Batman was not in the Penguin, and I saw way less complaints about the grounded nature of Penguin because Matt Reeves' Batman was already so grounded. This is a space cop show that is very terrestrial, so there's people very upset. But I think if it's as good as the team assembled and their prior work, I think this is one of the best below the line teams ever assembled.
Aren't these guys who did Watchmen?
It's Damon Lindelof of Watchmen and Lost. It's Chris Mundy of Ozark. And it's Tom King, who wrote like a lot of my favorite DC stuff.
Well, Damon Lindelof did Watchmen and put it all in a fucking small town. Like, it's just kind of what he does. I haven't seen Ozark. Is that kind of the same thing?
Yeah. Very small town. Very intense. This to me
This
is
is gonna be a good show.
I think it's gonna be great.
I'd be very surprised if it's not a good show.
I'm so excited. And it's August, like we're close. It's mid-May.
Yeah. Can't wait for the political commentary. What do you think it'll be?
The size of cowboy hats.
The Falcon
Shrinking.
Falcon still gets arrested.
Falcon? I mean, Rebel Ridge was great. If there's any of that energy in here, I'll be excited.
Anyway,
I'm amped, man.
Lanterns out. Lanterns. Woo. Right, darkest day, greatest bright. The stars are night. I fight for what's right.
That's what they say as they charge their rings.
And the whites.
Green Lanterns bars.
Boom. I'm a huge
You lost your camera, right?
I'm a huge Green Lanterns.
I know. That's how good the bars were.
Do we have,
Yeah.
Now we're back.
Do we have super chats?
We have super chats for sure.
All right, cool. Okay, let me do a little count here because we should probably disable. I'm gonna make sure we're good today. I said every time, and I
you're gonna
usually
be
said it at the
so
top of every
good.
episode, but I would say it halfway through
So
to make it more real in my mind.
You're so good.
Well, while you're pulling that up, John,
Yeah.
do we have a count, Alex? Yeah.
Oh no.
It's okay, you're okay. So, I was gone with Coy. I went to Boston,
Yeah.
part of Coy's bachelor party.
Got to see the other side of the country that wasn't just New York.
Oh, it's beautiful there. We got recognized by a couple folks
really
at a
cool at a
comic
comic
book store.
Yeah.
Artist, great guy. Got recognized at a bar,
The
a Boston
Tam was
bar.
really fun.
That was really cool. Talk. I hope he. I hope
he's
if you're
watching.
I hope you took our advice and
We gave you a lot of advice.
had a conversation with that girl who was
Dude.
with you.
You should.
Gosh,
You should,
young
sir.
people,
Yeah, they don't see. Forest for the trees.
young people.
Man.
I don't understand.
I did
this.
like how
I-
confused everyone was. We were at places in Boston because, like, a lot of I talk about it a lot, I guess, but people don't realize I'm from Boston. But it was really funny to see people being like, "Why are you here?"
Yeah. But I had a great time there. I had a really good time. I got to meet Coy's, who Coy told him that I am West Coast Aaron. His name is Aaron, and I really love Aaron a lot. Got
It was
along
really funny within
so
an hour
well.
to see you guys. I was like, "This is what I thought."
Yeah, no. The more time I spent with him, the more in love I felt with Aaron. LJ, who lives out here, I got to spend a lot of great time with him. But even you're more like, oh, this guy feels like Boston, bro. Guy. I got along with everyone really. I had a really good time, and
I've really
I had a really
cultivated
good time.
friendships, and I wouldn't have brought anyone there that I didn't want to like mesh with that world. Like, it's scary to bring
Yeah.
childhood friends together, but it was really like an honor to look around and be like, oh, 20 years of friendships and everyone gets along.
Yeah, and I did understand the weirdness about it feels more communal than New York. Because like you feel that people really grow up here.
Yeah.
Like when we were like driving through some neighborhoods, you could see a lot of kids who were like walking home and like, oh, they all live at like the same apartment building too. And they're all like talking to each other, like, oh, I only see that shit in movies. And like all those neighbors playing with each other, you know? So all those things from Boston that you see in movies and like, hey, there's kind of like a brown tint to all of Boston, but like a nice, pleasant fall look. But yeah, the vibe is I really vibe with it a lot. It was really cool there. I had an amazing time, and all your friends were great. Learned how to axe throw.
Yeah, we threw a
Got
lot of
surprisingly
axes.
good at axe throwing. That was a good time.
The arc of learning a skill that's so specific and getting better within an hour was so much fun for like dopamine, just knowing I could improve at a thing. But it was axe throwing was awesome.
It was a weird Saturday. Saturday was cool. That was a lot. Karaoke and bars and a lot of
11 pubs.
First bar crawl. And
That's crazy to
We
me.
all drink a lot. And I had a problem where I could not get drunk, and I was really trying. And I had so much to drink. I had like 11 shots of vodka.
I think you were drunker at points you didn't think you were because of some of the photos, and then you'd sober up and be like, I've stayed sober. I think there were,
I don't know. I mean,
because Mike's, you were pretty drunk.
I was definitely for like a half hour. I was feeling it.
Yeah,
And then
but
I
Mike's was like 2/3 in. At the
now
pastry
back.
shop, you were drunker than you thought you were.
I smoked weed.
And
But that
enhanced
didn't
it.
that wear off. Maybe balance it.
Maybe.
But also, I took like 4 liquid IVs throughout the day because I was so worried about getting drunk.
We were all way less hungover than I expected.
I
the
was
next
in
day.
I
hungover.
took the super soldier serum.
Yeah,
I just
and
started
it's so weird.
metabolizing so fast.
We walked like 10 miles. Why aren't I drunk? And my 4 liquid IVs.
I ran 6 miles the next morning. Like I was like, I feel fine. And I was off of like 6 hours of sleep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bachelor party we did. We did the healthiest bachelor party ever. Also, the first night it was like 4 married or soon to be married men talking about their emotions.
Coy was asking us, so I want to know everyone's favorite thing about Anya.
I love her so much.
That was our bachelor party.
Yeah, I said, I'm like, tell me nice things about my future wife. I love her so much. It wasn't like, let's go to the strip club. I was like, when did you guys know I should marry her?
People,
we were all just a bunch of men just talking about our emotions.
Yeah, we're like, let's paint our nails
For, like,
and just discuss how
3
lovely.
days just talking about our feelings.
And this is Boston, where
where I thought that wasn't allowed.
Well, but there's the other side.
But you
too.
had a couple of friends, one guy in particular who was like, "I never talk about this. What are you doing to me?" And
Oh yeah, I'm made of angst and rage.
People are asking in the chat if you ran into any Wahlbergs or had any Dunkachinos.
No, they everyone from Boston was like, "Don't go to
Don't you do
Wahlburgers."
it. Don't you do it. We do not claim it. We do not claim Wahlburgers. Don't you do it.
And I was like, "I want to go to Wahlburgers."
What if I go for Donnie?
We did go to Daily Dunks, though. There was a Dunks across the street. We did every day.
I didn't have any, because I've had Dunkin' in New York, and it just tastes like nothing. It's like literally nothing. It's weird. It's
All right.
That's crazy
Well, the
talk.
stream is over. Thank
We
you
did-
guys
we
for
did- oh.
coming.
Have you had a Dunkin' Donut? I haven't had a Dunkin' Donut out here.
I've had a Dunks out here, but I've never had an authentic Dunks.
It is.
There's nothing. It's like paper. It's weird. It's like wax. It just dissolves in your mouth.
I got
It's
a-
so weird.
I got a
The
bunch
actual,
of.
you got actual donut.
Not in Boston. I've had them in New York.
I
and
get
was
coffee
like-
at Dunks.
Yeah, people love the coffee.
Yeah. I don't get Dunkin' Donuts. I get Dunkin' coffee.
But you guys were saying that, like, even though there's an obnoxious amount of Dunkin' Donuts out there.
Yeah. Every couple blocks, because you might be done with your coffee. You might need another one.
Like we don't even have like an equivalent of
No,
anything.
there's
out here.
not a single
Yeah.
thing that is as common as a Dunks.
People are like Starbucks. I'm like, there's a lot more Dunkins than
That
there
belongs
are.
to Seattle.
what
we can't
used-
claim that.
I would
Was that it?
walk.
Okay.
I could walk to a Dunks before I went to school at like 6 a.m. in shorts, iced coffee, and then there was another Dunks on the other side of the school I could hit if I was finished my coffee on the way to the school.
I just don't know how Dunkin' Donuts stays profitable when you have. Like,
There's a line at every one.
There's too many Dunkins.
When did you not see a line?
That was ridiculous.
There's that many Bostonians.
But apparently they all taste different. The coffees, like you have to find the right ones.
There's
I'm like,
quality
So
issues.
there's also an inconsistency with Dunkin', even though there's a Dunkin' on every.
Because it's
corner.
privatized. You can buy a franchise. So individual owners
Got
of
it.
each Dunks. And then like there's quality control issues.
But the pizza I had was fucking
Dude.
bomb.
And that was just like a mom and pop $10
Yeah,
pie, dude.
Because like in New York, they know people go for pizza in New York, so they have like so many shitty pizza places out there. Because
Not
like,
Boston.
everyone's gonna buy pizza, but no, the Boston pizza was
$10
pretty-
large cheese.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was great. Whole large cheese, was great.
And we got buffalo chicken. 40?
All right,
them about
we're gonna
five.
disable
like
the super
43-ish,
chats.
yeah.
We're gonna disable the super chats.
Including the stream.
Thank you to everyone who came in.
Brock 52. My boy's wicked sentimental. Correct.
Thank you to everyone who chimed in and contributed to the super chats and Streamlabs. Let's have a good time and now answer your cues.
Wee. Alrighty, gang.
Okay, let's do some
this
math
thing.
here. Alex said there's 43 super chats.
Roughly, yeah.
How many
A couple
s-
have come in since.
How many Streamlabs are there? I'm gonna mathematically figure this out.
Oh, it was like. Well, no. That was including the.
Well, tell me how many Streamlabs are all deduct. Gotta balance the scales.
8-ish.
8 minus 43 would be 50. Would be 35. So, I guess minus 40. What do you mean minus 40?
Well, we have 40. I said 40 together. 8 of them are.
So 32.
Yeah, no, we got that.
Oh, okay. So I thought there were 43 super chats minus 8. Okay.
Yeah, it's all totality.
Okay. Off of not good math, I say every. Let's go. Every 5 super chats, read 1 Streamlabs.
Oh, I see what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Okay, now I
Copy
understand.
that.
I think-
Good.
You were trying to divide
That's
by.
I was trying to like divide the
good.
scales here, but
40 divided by 8 is
math-
5.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
Well, 40 divided by 8 is 5, but if we subtract 8, it's 32, which would make it 4.
It's gonna be off a little bit, but let's do it. I'll
Yeah,
just try
yeah,
to do it in my
Do
brain.
it. All right. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All right, here we go. Ethan T. kicking us
my man.
off. Ethan T, we love to see it. Hi, gents. Thank you for the kind words the other week. Means the world to me. Please never stop, never stopping, and keep being the brothers I've always wanted. You guys make me want to be a better man. Truly, no pun intended.
I have a simultaneous like guilt rising and a tumor forming at the same time. Every time you mention
all of that
Spider-Man,
praise
it's
and
just like,
love
it's all
and
gonna come-
kindness.
And then I'm gonna just morph into like the Joker who just can't stop smiling when I watch Better Man now. I'm gonna break. But no, Ethan, I hope you're doing okay, and appreciate you being here like every fucking time, man. You're the shit. Thank you so much, Ethan. I hope you're doing well.
Absolutely. Big love to Ethan T. Dante Woodbeck. Thank you for chiming in, Dante. Love the 3C shout out. Bring him on a live stream.
Oh, be
Chris.
amazing. I don't know if we can afford that guy. He should be live. I mean, he goes live every Friday too. He usually goes live between like 2 to 4 p.m. somewhere there. So, hop on over to there and show him some love and support and mention that we shouted him out. He's also a buddy. So
He's one of the only YouTubers I know. He's a sweetheart. We did cons together, and I like that guy.
Dude, 3C, he's a great guy. Great guy. Just had a kid. Congrats, man.
Hey, congratulations.
Oh, and Ethan T back at it.
Hey, all right, here we go. Thank you, Dante. Ethan T is back again. Also, will we ever see a straight to the point review again, Greg?
I used to do reviews called Straight to the Point, which were inspired by like what I was seeing, like people like Jeremy Johns and Stuckman at the time. But I was going by Ryan Wright, and I would just make sure it was all like a bunch of dick jokes and stuff. I used to be able to do subscribe buttons where you can move them anywhere on the page.
And you just
But they're called
pointed a dick to it.
annotations, so then I would put it like
Nice.
by my crotch. I'd be like, click on this button by my dick to subscribe.
It was a different channel
And then
then.
I'd make a joke about some pun with the movie, and I would rate actors by if I would suck their dick by how good they were in the movie.
I was not on the channel then. I've been here a
Wish you
long
wish you
time, but I was
were.
not on the
Same.
channel then.
Same guy now and same audience.
Yep.
Yeah,
Things
nobody had an adjustment period. for that.
linear path, totally recognizable content.
I have noticed it's natural just when you are the head of any position that the more I change, the more channel changes in some direction, and then you attract different people who show up. Because I was like looking back then, like, that's a different type of vibe. I was like, oh, well, I was a different person. So,
I don't know
that
how I'd
makes
be on
sense.
that show. I don't know how I'd navigate that with all my other jobs, but here I am in this version.
Oh,
This
it's
is a fun
okay,
time.
Coy.
I don't think that guy would have been at my bachelor party.
We'll get there.
Or we would have been in Vegas. It would have been the more traditional
Probably a
bachelor
good time.
party.
I think younger Coy would have.
Oh,
handled it.
dude, 100%.
Yeah,
If I got engaged in my 20s, that would have been the guy.
Yeah, younger Coy would have fucked with that guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, don't even lie.
100%.
Coy.
I
Don't even
wanted to be
lie.
Van Wilder so bad.
Oh.
My cut off sleeves and frosted tips would have vibed.
Yeah.
I was that guy.
This is the era of like just when Seth Rogen and Judd Apatow comedies. It was. I also was like spoofing them a little bit.
Yeah, I was a different dude then. That era was early LA for me.
Yeah.
Actor bro, piece of crap.
It's like, Seth Rogen and Jason Segel will play guys who are like, and Jonah Hill plays stoners who don't get women, but are like in real life they're getting laid.
Yeah. And are happy and not assholes.
And I was like, I'm not really getting laid. I'm the real version of that.
I'm authentic. 'Cause I'm alone in this.
I'm keeping it real. All
Straight
right.
to the point.
And keeping it real goes wrong. Renee Lopez. Ooh, here's a good one. And we want one from each of you. Graphic novel recommendation. Just finished. Why the Last Man?
Great book.
Did you hear about, I mean, of course you did, Jonathan Hickman's horror runs that he's doing of like
Yeah.
Spider-Man and some X-Men?
Midnight. Yeah, the Marvel Midnight stuff.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for that.
I think it's going to be, I think Marvel needs a shot in the ass in the comic book stuff, and I think it's going to get a lot of people, new readers in. I'm really excited about it.
Horror is the wave. At the end of that is what it's going to be, man.
Movies, TV, comics, people are loving it.
Clayface is going to open up a brand new door for that shit.
Dude, I'm so excited. I think that trailer is the one I've thought about most out of CinemaCon. Like that and Digger and obviously Doomsday. But like Clayface is...
Whalefall.
Dude, Whalefall. Holy shit. But like I saw hundreds of bits of footage and Clayface is like top 5. Like that footage, I'm so excited.
I know a lot of people who don't give a shit about comics or who are into that movie.
Yeah?
Into that trailer. Yeah. lot
Those
of
same
people.
people with Lanterns Cop stuff, I really think making stuff that's brings people in is how you do it bigger.
More genre, less comic.
Right.
But honor the comic.
We've got a lot of comic.
I think you honor the comic.
I love comics. We got a lot of comic.
I think that's the thing is like I think MCU had a point where they were genre blending, and it seems like DC with certain things is really leaning let the genre lead first.
Yeah.
and then you
with
put the
intent,
comic in there.
with the script and everything else. Like that's the intent.
Yeah. It's not like, it's Green Lantern with a crime element. It's like, no, it's a crime
It's a crime thing
thriller
with a Green Lantern. Dude, I watched In the Gray last night, and about 20 minutes in,
it
I was
good?
like, dude, I had such a good time. I love Guy Ritchie. He's one of my.
I know you do. Is it like, do you think people will like it? Guy Ritchie has a following. People like Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
I like Guy Ritchie.
He's one of my favorite directors.
Yeah.
I'd put him in top 10, maybe
underrated,
top 5.
Underrated versatility.
100%. It is amongst his best modern stuff.
Okay.
I think he's like hit or miss lately. I think his OG era, and then I think after Aladdin, it's been like 60-40.
Okay.
Definitely in the positive. Like this is, I think, my like number 6 all-time Guy Ritchie out of his 17 movies. I had a great time.
Out of the 3 Henry Cavills that he's had, where would you put this? Is it 3? It
Right after Man from U.N.C.L.E., but I liked it more than Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Okay.
I would actually say this reminds me of Ministry meets The Covenant.
I haven't seen The Covenant.
Jake Gyllenhaal's so good in that. And it's like his most gritty, grounded. I love King Arthur. That's my number 3. No one liked that movie. But this is right in that zone of like
What's your one?
The Gentleman.
Oh, okay.
The Gentleman like helped inform my wedding. Like I love The Gentleman so much. It's a style that I aspire
That's
for.
why all the pot's going to be
Yeah.
there. Got it.
And
Yeah.
McConaughey just dealing. It's going to be weird.
Yeah.
But where would you rank it against his Madonna movies?
You know, the Madonna stuff's on the lower side, unfortunately. But Snatch is number 2. But that was a sex joke.
That's why
I don't know if I don't know if you guys. But yeah, I think
Click on this button, my dick is a strap.
I was summoning my Ryan Wright, and Madonna movies. I like that Snatch though. But I think the elements that he has perfected by making the Netflixy stuff, like we did in both Fountain of Youth, was not great.
yeah.
And like that style, I think he has found a way to blend with his more gritty crime stuff with In the Gray.
How's Isa Gonzalez?
She's incredible. She's your eye line. She's like basically the lead that guides you through the chaos of these two guys that are like
Okay.
oh, dude, and they're so good together. The brotherhood between Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal is so good.
It's weird how there's been like almost no promotion for this movie
I made
until
her-
like 3 days ago.
I made a review and I literally started it with, no one's going to see this, but like I want people to go see this movie.
It's so odd how I was looking up interviews. That's why we started covering stuff like some Guy Ritchie films and Southpaw, like other films, because I was like, oh yeah, we're leading into this fucking Guy Ritchie movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and Henry Cavill. And then like last week, I'm like, there's like no promotion. There's no interviews.
I feel like Jake
pretty bizarre.
Gyllenhaal's an actor, not a movie star now. Like where he is right now, I feel like everyone that loves movies are like, dude, Jake Gyllenhaal. But when you have a movie come out, everybody's like, oh yeah, I love Jake Gyllenhaal, but it doesn't cause the rush that it should.
But still, the studios were like, not put. It looks expensive too.
It was so expensive. And just the clothes. I love Guy Ritchie's style
Fashion,
and his fashion sense. I think that's why The Gentleman really speaks to me, is he hit like an 11 with both fashion and panache. Like the film feels like his love of details. And that's on clothing and visual aesthetics and action. This movie is more like a 2-hour chase scene that is unrelenting, but it's got like an anger to it. Like it's got like a malice at the systems in our world that are unjust. I really dug it. So In the Gray, check it out. This is the biggest ad they got yet. Was us doing this last year.
And the amount of times I mentioned it in Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Okay, let's move on. One more. And then we go to Streamlabs, and then we hop back.
Okie doke. Thank you, Renee. Did we actually get Rex in there? Patrick Dumazangi, thank you for chiming in. All right, lads, 2 questions. Koi, what do you think of the new Marvel
God damn it.
Midnight Initiative?
Should have read that. Should have read that.
And also, Koi, how do you think James Gunn brings in Wildstorm?
Well, we covered the midnight part already. Koi, what do you think about how James Gunn will bring in Who is Wildstorm, and how do you think he'll bring him in?
Wildstorm's an imprint that actually was from like Jim Lee spinoff and then DC acquired. And Wildstorm is very 90s, very Image Comics. I don't know that right now Wildstorm would make sense. I think as the universe grows, it totally could. I think the same problem. James Gunn came out and said the Authority is like on the back burner now. It's not going to be front loaded like it had originally been in the first wave. And I think those are good decisions to make early. I think Marvel committed to some projects because they announced them that didn't end up working and that kind of sullied the brand. I would much rather them announce 10 things and be like, actually it's 8, and then move stuff around to fit a tone. Like things evolve. Art is organic. And I think that the Authority didn't fit what the new through line is. And I think that Wildstorm would be likewise kind of a curveball. But once you've got like a phase 3 and you are trying to bring in some versatility, bringing in very 90s stuff is going to feel very organic soon. We're heading back toward the 90s in culture. Everything kind of cycles back, clothes and energy. Machine Gun Kelly's got a song with Fred Durst right now. The 90s is back. Clothing feels very 90s. So I think we're going to hit a point where that 70s show came out at the equivalent of what the 90s is to today. I think we're going to hit a point where there's going to be a lot of love for it, and it's already starting. So I could see Wildstorm being in a few years.
Yeah, nostalgia usually takes like 10 to 20 years to kick in, right?
It's been 30 since the 90s.
My God, has it?
36 since 1990.
But
the 90s are like the mid 90s because the early 90s is always the 80s kind of ending. So it's
Yeah, I've done a lot of reactions lately to movies that I haven't seen since the 90s. Men in Black. Like movies I watched a lot when I was a kid, but I haven't seen since the 90s. Men in Black, Toy Story, and there's one more in there. I can't remember what the fuck it was, but there was definitely one more in there. Oh, Scary Movie.
I think the 90s is one
Scary
of the,
Movie was like 2000 though, actually.
Well, it's some of the most. I mean, the early 2000s are like the 90s. It blends. Like it's not like a. But I do think that's probably the most formative era for our generation because it's pre-internet and it's also what we watched when we were under 10. So it's so formative to our sensibilities. So I think there's going to be a huge surge now that we're the suits. What are the things that shaped us? Oh, I want to make that. I think there's a reason that art cycles in 30-year spans. I think it's like the power structure.
True. Well put, Coy.
Sometimes I'm smart.
You're a thinker. All right, that's why. Let's read a super Streamlab. Then we'll hop right back.
Come on.
That was a good Fred Durst.
Thank you.
Oh, I know what he was doing there.
Coy.
That was good. And I'm excited for Midnight. All the teams announced are pretty solid.
All right, midnight. We love to see that time of day. Stefan. Should we just start with the one? We can figure it out. And thank you for chiming in.
Isn't it 12:16 p.m.? What's today's date?
It's May 15th.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm on May 15th.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Sorry. Yeah. The way it shows up on screen, I have to do it this way.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Anyway. I see what you're seeing. There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. They're seeing it fine. We have been sorting house. We've been sorting the house out over the last 2 weeks. So decided to sort my DVD cupboard. 4 hours later, was still at it. Made the most stupid decision of starting to count them. Got to 450 DVDs. And lost count, got to 330 Blu-rays and lost count. And that's not including 2 of 2 box sets, like 24. Batman, the animated series, yes. Batman Beyond, Batman the 1960s series, and Prison Break, among others, as well as 2 boxes and 3 shoppers in the attic. Do you think this is too much? Because my other half does. Love from the UK.
Too much?
You got too much physical media? I don't know. How much do you care about each of these titles?
I have a lot more than that. So
But your collection feels like an actual collection. Like yours seems
curated.
Curated is the word. His has the potential, from how at least he's explaining this, to be a little all over the place.
Yeah, just numbers worries me.
And like, he would just keep buying.
Yes.
Without being like, is this something I'm going to actively rewatch? You know, that's kind of what I have with my Prime Video account right now. The amount I've bought solely because of this channel. I'm like, I'm never going to watch this again.
That's on there now.
Yeah.
Well, and how many of these were acquired back in the days where it used to be just like, a movie I saw and kind of liked came out on DVD. I guess
Better
I'll
get
buy
that.
it. Yeah, and that's not as much of a thing now.
Yes.
I have to seek it.
Well,
yeah.
DVD.
I care about it.
People forget too that there was a time when DVDs were coming out. People were interested in special features. So you got a package with it. You would get not just the movie, but all this additional things and 127 hours of behind the scenes footage. Like sometimes it was fucking nuts what they would say they have. I'm like, who watches all this? And some people would. So yeah, I mean that time and also seasons of television. There was a time you couldn't get them unless you got that's how that was a big part of how Family Guy got picked up after it got canceled. Was the DVD sales were through the roof on them. However, when it comes to something like this, I think you can let some of it go, man. I don't think it's too much. I think you can hold on to some of it, but are you actively plug in and putting them in? That's why I don't really buy Blu-rays and stuff anymore. You seem like you actually go out of your way to pop a disc in.
I just got Fight Club in 4K.
See, that's what I mean. That's you. And
beautiful.
I'm more like, I buy 4K sometimes still, but I don't ever fucking pop them in. I just buy them with the intention to do it, but I don't ever do it.
I try to, when I'm listening or watching anything in physical media, put my phone away, and it helps me like relive an era when I felt like I had attention and focus. So when I'm making a priority of watching a movie with intention, as I'm putting the disc in, I'm putting everything else away. So it's like I'm actually watching this movie as opposed to like having a movie on. So like when I listen to vinyl, I'm listening to vinyl. Like it's about the experience. When I'm watching a movie that I own, it's about watching it. So I think there's like something about the tea ceremony of it, like putting on a vinyl or putting in a disc.
Sure.
Like that really separates the rest of the day. So I find value in just the separation of my day. Like these next 2 hours are dedicated to this. And the quality, like the picture quality is infinitely better, and the sound quality, like I'm a big hi-fi guy, so like the experience of it is so enhanced to streaming that like streaming actually feels like I'm watching something through a tin can. So it is a different thing to own.
Well, and I think we've come around that side where it's like before it was like to have a choice of what you want to watch and a variety to choose from, you need to build a library. And I think now, because of the way we're all aware of like, oh, anything can just disappear.
Yeah.
And they can just burn this anytime they want to. I think we're coming back around to the slightly more limited, like, if I know I want to have variety in the end times, I must acquire the shit that I care about.
And Alliance put out a thing. They're like a big physical media conglomerate, and they put out a thing that 20% upsale in vinyls from last year, 42% on 4K and Blu-ray, and like 90% on CDs from 2025 halfway through.
Cassette tapes are every album drop now has some limited cassettes.
Yeah.
Like,
I have an
Media.
MGK cassette. Yeah,
Physical
guys,
media's
own
back.
things that you are wanting.
When I was in Boston, I bought the VHSs of Gone with the Wind for
Yeah.
Lydia.
Did you go to her yet?
Hey.
Okay, I was like, oh no, does she know?
Did
Did she like them?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And then we also bought tickets to watch it in October at Universal.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I hope I remember I got those tickets.
Sometimes he doesn't.
Sometimes something's so many showings. I'm like, oh shit, I bought this like 6 months ago.
I forgot to tell you, the Saturday before my wedding, Cinespia, The Matrix. I might get a bunch of people together.
Cinespia?
Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
Oh.
The Matrix. That'd be so sick.
It's Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
Jesus Christ.
That'd be fun to see it there.
What are people going to think
Are we doing a Real Rejects hangout that day?
when I show
No,
up to one of
we're doing a real
several
Rejects hangout
funerals?
this Saturday.
Tomorrow?
A week
Attended
from
for
tomorrow.
Grandpa this week.
Isn't a week from tomorrow next Saturday?
with
Yeah, but
you.
I'm getting married in a month. I
with
said the
me.
Saturday before my wedding.
Isn't that next Saturday?
No, I'm getting married in a month. I got 4 weeks.
But I'm gone the week. Wait, what?
I'm getting married in 4 weeks.
I'm gone the 29th. I'm Spartan race.
What's everyone's travel arrangements for your wedding?
You know, it's an hour away.
I'm getting
I
there
assume.
on Monday.
Yeah, he's
I got
getting
my
there on
hotel.
Monday.
You're on Monday, okay.
But
You're not making like a weekend out of it.
no, I'm getting married on a Tuesday. So
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying we could all go Saturday if we wanted to hang because that's in LA.
But aren't your friends coming here and you're going to be here with
They're
them
coming in on
Sunday?
Sunday.
Yeah.
So Saturday, if LA people want to go see The Matrix, that'd be fun.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but that's like
Oh.
but that's like June 14th.
Oh, I thought you were saying next
No, I'm
Saturday.
saying the Saturday before my wedding, which is June.
Let's read the next super chat.
I don't know how this got so complicated.
Loving you is complicated.
I was like, it seems very intuitive to me.
Loving you is complicated. All right, here we go. Hane,
Hey,
No.
2 super chats, thanks.
no last name. Howdy, fam. Can you give me your pitch for AMC A-List? I'm on the fence because gas prices, which are insane right now, but all the amazing movies and events like Ocean's 11 20th anniversary release plus Spider-Man coming this year. 1 of 3, 2 of 3. And what's everyone's favorite? Oh, Greg has an answer for this. What's everyone's favorite movie theater seat and tips for going to a movie solo?
That would be the 3. That's 3 questions,
Oh,
right?
that is the 3. Okay, cool.
Wouldn't that be 3 questions?
This is 2 of 3,
But there's 3 questions
but
there.
there's 3 chats.
Okay,
There's
then,
the third
then
one.
what
There
is the
is 3
third
of
chat?
3.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Please, Coy, please. Can you rant about why Brad Pitt decided to eat in almost every scene in Ocean's 11 and why it's so iconic? Have an amazing day, Real Rejects. Film strip, hand hearts.
Take this one at a time.
Well, I'll tell you, man. I think AMC A-List is a steal. Even when they raise the prices,
Yeah.
it's still like fucking cheaper. If you go to the theaters like 3 times, it's in a month. It's It's like it's the equivalent of like going twice to the theater.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Everything after twice is free.
But it also covers premium formats.
So everything after once is free.
Yeah. If you go to like a true IMAX one time,
Or Dolby.
covers
or ScreenX.
it. Fucking covers it, man.
Yeah.
You also get like I love the reward system points in there too.
Every so often you get a little treat.
You get a treat, your birthday, you get free shit. But the $5 reward system, like there's so many times with stack up that I didn't even realize, and I'll have like $30 and I get all the concessions with that shit. I think AMC A-List is absolutely worth it, or any theater that you go to that has some type of subscription service like that. And because I don't go to the theaters 3 times a month, I still keep it in case. And yeah, so I mean, we really vouch for that. And what was the next one? What is everyone's favorite movie theater seat? Do you have a favorite seat?
I do. Mine's the opposite of yours.
Wow, where do you like to sit?
I'm dead center, row behind handicap.
Row
You're-
behind handicap?
You're dead center back, right?
Well, it depends what type of theater it is.
IMAX, I'm middle.
Oh, I like to be at the
Regular,
top row on
exactly,
IMAX.
in center. Because that's where we saw Sinners.
Yeah.
And then regular theater, I like being the row behind handicap, so I can put my feet up on the bar.
Oh, that's my seat.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So, but as center as I can, or like whatever, it's not next to someone if I'm going.
I've become less particular now. I used to
Okay.
be very, very like, I can't watch this unless I get this right seat.
I'm pretty particular. I try to navigate it as quick as I can.
I've noticed though that when I like unfortunately don't get a good seat, I eventually adjust.
Oh, sure. I don't like it to ruin my movie experience,
used
but I
to- I
still.
used to
Oh,
let
did
it.
you?
Yeah.
I don't like this movie. It has nothing to do with the
I
movie.
used to let it. I'm like, it would be so much better if I was 3 seats over that way. Yeah.
This fucking guy in the hat taking my seat.
affecting my viewing.
This is where I sit. I saw. I mean, I've seen 3 movies this week with A-List, and as soon as they go on sale, and then I try to shape as much as I can around it. Like, I think prioritizing my work-life balance for years and still is awful, but a movie and with A-List, it's not a cost. It allows you to like do something for yourself. So whether it's with someone or by yourself, I think it's really important to like carve out lifetime.
Yeah.
And I think A-List allows for it to not feel like it's guilt because you've already prepaid it. Like in LA, it's $28. And so, that's to me worth knowing I can do something for myself at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, but I can like make sure 2 hours are for me because otherwise I won't. And that also forces me to do it. It's like an accountability thing. They say if you're trying to get in shape, like make a bet with someone, like put money into it or like have a run buddy. To me, A-List is kind of that for like giving myself care. Like I know I'm spending $28, so I need to take myself to a movie to give myself 2 hours a week that are mine.
Oh,
So it's a good mental health thing.
That's really thoughtful. Yeah.
Some people don't think about. Like it's helpful for you to do something for yourself.
I'll consider that. Thank you for sharing that.
It helps. And your third thing, I believe, was to me in caps.
Tips for going to a movie solo.
Oh, dude. Pick your favorite seat. Bring some snacks. I brought a bunch of protein bars last night because I'm in a current crazy deficit and knew I'd be hungry. So I brought my sweetest ones, 3 grams of sugar, but they taste like 30. I like to get there a little early and wander through the lobby and look at all the art. Like when I'm really treating myself and I'm really solo, I do a full admiring of the posters. I walk around, I experience the noise. I like to try to like get a sense of what people are excited about. So I see where people are gathered. Sometimes I like try to walk around and just get a feel for like what the vibe of the movie theater is that day, which sounds crazy, but like you can get a sense of like in the summer, people are talking blockbusters. In Oscar season, people are like talking nuance. And like, I like the seasonal experience. And then I personally go into the theater. I don't mind trailers, except the Odyssey, which I'm avoiding. And then after the movie, I usually do a review because of the job, but I like to like walk my city. So like I'll take a walk around wherever I saw the movie and think about it. So I make it like a whole thing.
Wow, that is crazy. You make an experience out of it.
I am so aware that I'm rushing everything in my life, and the act of going to the movies is something I can like park and walk and think and slow. Like it forces me to slow down.
Good.
Like time is going so fast, and the movies are like a thing that I can't rush because it's something I don't pause, something I don't get up. Like so, I try to make it as big of a thing as I can.
That's good. That's good. The more effort you can put into, people talk a lot about dopamine control, which is important, and the more you can put into also overstimuli control too.
Intentionality.
Yeah.
That's how I'm treating my workouts too. I'm trying to not check my socials while I work out anymore. I was using it as like, one more rep. I'd read some stupid shit. I'd like engage with assholes and I'd be like 5 more reps. But now I'm like, what can I do to feel every pump, to feel the burn, to make sure I'm stretching. Like I'm focused on form, but that also keeps me present for like 2 hours.
The more I think it's important to work on learning how to be okay with being bored.
Mm-hmm.
That a lot of people don't know how to do that. I have issues, but like even today I made sure like, okay, when I leave the gym, I'm going to take my headphones off. I'm not going to listen to anything when I'm cooking. I'm not going to listen to anything on the car ride. I'm not going to listen in the car right here. I just need it, and it helps slow. Because I think what happens by the end of the day is like my brain is so round. I'm like a cat who's been overstimulated. And I just want to attack something now. Okay, like,
and I go online.
Yeah, and then like learning to be away from the phone. Like social media. A lot's like, okay, I got to collab because that's part of the job. All right, now delete it. Yeah, it's like really, it is hard. It is hard to like to not check the phone when I'm working out.
You and I have also talked about the slot machine thing. Like there is so much dopamine available, and there's times I remember when the internet was like, you've run out of Twitter, like you reached the end of Instagram, like there was an end, and now there's just by nature like how much can you slide, what can you look at, and flipping through TV used to be a sign of like a problematic addiction, and now sliding through social media is the baseline. Yeah. Like we've gone from that is a problem. Like if look at Fight Club, like Ed Norton on the couch, like with insomnia, flipping the TV was like, oh, he's not well, and now we're like, hey, it's so bad. So I really think separating from your phone as many times as you can a day is only going to help, because it's just going to get worse.
Boredom is a gift and a luxury, and it's like fertile creation space.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I think boredom.
We don't get the luxury of being able to get bored a lot of times in the modern day.
Yeah, I miss boredom. And then your last thing was about Brad Pitt, a rant you requested. All right, who is this to?
Hana,
no last name.
Yeah.
All right, Hana. The thing about eating is when you look back at classic scenes from the beginning of cinema to now, there's always been a tradition of eating an apple as a sign of arrogance. Now, whether the apple is mirroring something biblical or it's a sign of us mirroring other films to show arrogance and we're subconsciously programmed to see it that way, I don't know. But an apple in things like Star Trek with Chris Pine as Kirk, or Brad Pitt in any variety of things, there's something visual about the confidence of someone eating willingly and being a little rapscallion about it, being bold with it. So there is a confidence to eating, but with Brad Pitt's character in particular, he's a very gesticulating man. So not only does it give him a place to put his hands, not only does it show a confidence, but it actually shapes an entire narrative around his character, because it shows he's the person they can rely on, it shows he's always in control, and it shows a certain amount of braggadocio you need to elevate him even above like George Clooney, who's got a controlled braggadocio. So it allows a juxtaposition while also being a, since the beginning of cinema, tried and true trope. The apple is the traditional eating thing, and they just expanded it to the Ocean's film to eat everything.
I think it also amplifies his relaxing personality.
And
he's,
like your
he's
eyeline.
rusty.
Yeah.
Relaxing rusty. Always chilling out.
And everyone eats. It's his relatability.
Yeah, he's always eating junk food and has the most amazing abs.
Those 3 chips. That's all
Brad
he ate
Pitt.
that day.
All right, let's do 2 more here, then go back.
All right. Shouts out to the Regal subscription service, too. People really sounding off in the chat about that.
Ooh.
All right. Heard they got a good one if you're a cinephile. Alan Smithy, our dude Ryan. Thanks for chiming in. I was admiring the Italian Films Gothic box set just last night, and we got freaking Sorcerer in the lobby. Yo, Rejects. Got to tour Warner Brothers Archives yesterday. Saw all the Batmobiles.
That's where Coy works.
Pee-wee's bike, Morpheus's trench coat, and may have seen some DC spoilers, but had to sign a contract with the National Basketball Association. So my lips are sealed.
You know, that's really cool. I'm really glad you got to have that experience. Sounds like you strike me as the kind of individual that would see props and articles of clothing and actually get excited by that. I personally, really doesn't do anything for me, honestly. However, a Morpheus trench coat might do something for me. Not gonna lie, that might give me a little bit of a tickle, or like a bat suit or something like that. But generally, it doesn't do anything for me.
I'm the opposite. I freak out.
I have a feeling you would
I'm
like
such
that.
a like,
Yeah.
I remember ArcLight had the
They
costumes.
used to do that all the time.
And they had the Spider-Man one, the Spider-Man 2 suit. That was like, I think, the most accurate Spider-Man suit.
I mean, the superhero suit's like
Dude,
a very
it's
different
like
subject.
it's like meeting Spider-Man.
very different
It was
subject,
so
yeah.
crazy. But like props and stuff, it's pretty cool. I mean, I've bought props from like they do sometimes like sales, especially with local shoots. Like I've worked on films and then they sell the stuff after because it makes more sense than shipping it back. And I like have props from movies I've worked on.
Yeah.
Like I love a prop.
I mean, owning a prop would be cool. If I had like
Yeah.
fucking Rick's, I don't know why my mind's going here, but like Rick's fucking sheriff outfit from The Walking Dead. If I saw it in a glass case, I'd be like, okay. But if I owned it,
and it was in your
holy
glass
shit.
case.
I just show to people like, here, touch it. Like, that'd be cool. It smells like Andrew Lincoln. It's all sweaty and Atlantean.
Put on the hat and call me Coral.
Yeah. Baby. Come on.
Come on, Coral.
But I'm glad you got to do that, Alan. And that museum is dope.
Okay, no, wait. Now one more, and then we go.
All right. Also,
That's math.
Anthony Cheeseman in the chat says that Koi would be a nightmare blunt rotation.
I'm a lot. I'm a lot. I don't smoke because I'm a lot without it. And when I do, I think I'm an anime character sometimes, or I think I'm trapped in an episode of TV, or I think I haven't stopped smoking since the last time I smoked, and I'm living in a perpetual state of cycling through reality. It doesn't go well for me.
Koi is over 9,000. Davion Lucas, thanks for chiming in. Greg, I know you love The Last of Us. Do you think a Naughty Dog Punisher game would be good? Or someone better? Thank you for listening. Love you all.
Nintendo. Nintendo should do the Punisher game.
You're right.
In that me animation style, yeah.
Yeah. They should put him in Super Mario 3.
Yeah, he gets the fire flower. He gets a little raccoon suit. He can fly around. It's a little Punisher raccoon skull.
You know, Punisher would fit for Last of Us game for sure. For Naughty Dog. Because of how dark they're willing to go, and they do great with action, or even if you take like the adventurism of the Uncharted games with the gunplay that they have there. I think Rockstar might do a even stellar, kind of like Punisher would deliver more on the I don't know. Red Dead Redemption's known for its story too, but Punisher for like the linear storytelling and the emotional fucking depth that you can get from something super brooding and dark. I think would work absolutely, but Rockstar, I think you can explore a world better. And like for a killer like Punisher, the amount of like random missions you could find, you know, for what that guy does, from like the main mission to random little side quest that he finds himself on of having to save or get into other action stuff. I might opt for Rockstar actually. I mean, if you want the story, but for just game, I would go Rockstar.
It's a good ass comprehensive.
And what people are learning
answer.
about me is like versus games are not particularly like I'm good at Tekken and everything else. I kind of have a little bit of a hard time with, like fucking Mortal Kombat and whatever.
As you'll see in our
see,
videos, our Rejects Gaming.
Yeah, people love Mortal Kombat when we play it.
Yeah.
All right.
And when someone leaves out, 3 chapters of a video.
What do you mean? We got more Streamlabs to talk about. Hey, check it out. Ooh, from today, May the 15th, Dan V900 got a rack of them right here. Let's go, Dan V. Greg, old news, but now you mention in the Invincible finale reaction how it would be great to fly. That is what the first issue of Astro City is about. The Superman analog character dreams about flying. It's all he wants to do. He counts the seconds when awake between helping people and stopping crimes. 4 seconds here, 2 seconds there, 6 seconds, etc. He slows down a little so a little girl can see him and he can reassure her everything is okay. The show announced in 2018 never happened, but it was a great series.
Wow. I don't know anything about Astro City. Do you remember Astro City?
Yeah, they had the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out a little bit before Invincible, if memory serves, and it's one of those kind of linchpin explorations of themes that the early 2000s was doing. Most of them were super cynical. Like this was when Wanted came out and The Boys and all those things, but Astro City was a more utopic.
I feel like I've seen like cover art for it.
Alex Ross, like that beautiful, vibrant painting style.
Something there that sounds very familiar about it. I mean, did you like it?
I did, but I haven't read it since. So it's been 25 years, like 20 plus years since I've read it.
Is it something that would lend itself? Yeah, this looks very much like Kingdom Come. Alex Ross.
Yeah, and utopian. Like that's, that retro futurism utopic flavor. But it's been a long time. Like I have very little memory. I just remember enjoying it.
That does look pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty rad, if memory serves.
It sounds like if they adapted it now, it probably wouldn't be very successful.
No, we don't really do like utopias. Like dystopian future is kind of the only thing we. That's why I think Project Hail Mary did so well. Is it's still realistic, but it's very positive.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're not ready for this. Like that was a nice little step towards positivity. But there's a reason we don't make Back to the Future anymore. We make Maze Runner.
It would be really cool. What superpower would you want, Coy?
If I had any power,
Yeah.
I think flight. But I want it to have speed too. I feel like like flying fast. I wouldn't want to like hover.
I could just float.
I could just like vibe
In a
just-
direction.
what if I was sitting, but I was in the air? No, but I feel like I want to see more of the world, and I feel like I want to live more experiences, and I think flight would be the best way to do that because I wouldn't want to be necessarily super fast and then miss out on things. I'd want to be able to like access stuff, and I feel like flying is so inconvenient. Like it takes 2 hours to go to the airport. You gotta fucking if you can fly. Plus, if it burned calories, dope way to have abs.
Yeah. That's right. Does flying take exert? Like
It must.
Like whenever superheroes fly and stuff, it looks like it takes no effort.
And I want it to have effort. I want it to be like running. I
It's
want
like
to burn calories.
Walking and running tires people
Yeah.
out. But you never see flying someone like after an hour of flying like
Just flew from San
had a
Francisco.
really long fucking flight. You got it.
They're actually pushing that whole time, just with all their inner sphincter muscles. Yeah.
What about you? What actually, John? What about you?
You have to do Kegels to fly. I would take any sort of time control power.
Ooh,
You know, anything that allows you to like, slow remix, rewind, fast forward, all that stuff.
Power of
Chronokinesis.
DJing.
Yeah. Yeah. It back and forth.
Kilgrave's powers. I'd be able to just shortcut my way through anything I need. Yeah, I need someone to fly me up in the sky. I can tell Superman to do it for me.
Greg's a hero.
I
Want the power to control.
want the power to control people's minds. I can get whatever I want done, and I never have to be held accountable for it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Someone will just always have a thing in the back of their head, traumatized by something they can't remember. No one will ever believe them.
But efficient.
But efficient. I get whatever I want.
I feel like
Talk to a billionaire. Give me $1 billion.
Mine now.
My money now.
maybe the ability to go back like a minute or two. Just enough to be like, oh, I found out something crucial, and now I can put it into effect.
I want the ability to see seconds into the future.
Yes. Hey,
Gonna sneeze.
It's like Galaxy Quest, though. That could work. In
It
your
could
favor.
help.
Yeah.
It could help.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll definitely help at least one time in a big way.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let's jump back over to the super chats. Who do we got? We got
Oh, fuck me.
Raymond K. Hessel. Coy.
That is a great Fight Club reference.
All right, let's clear the table out. Coy, what's your deal with religion? It's about having a community where you take care of each other. That's not bad. It's very comic booky. Love you all.
Raymond K. Hessel, I love your Fight Club name. That's the name on the license when he offers that guy, he's going to kill him if he doesn't become a veterinarian. Great choice. It is very comic booky, but people think it's real. So my issue is when fiction is seen as nonfiction because it is a mental illness. And I think that if you are putting people into categories and subjugating them because of some book that is fictional, you're not a good person that is claiming to be. And I think that there are benefits to religion, but there are also Hitler painted. There are benefits to a lot of things that are not good. So if you want to see your fiction as fiction
I think we
and
can all
don't
agree that was a benefit.
and if you don't oppress others through it, great, have your sky wizard. But if you are going to think that your fiction is better than other people's fiction, or if you're going to be a bigot or a sexist or a piece of shit, which I know a lot of people are, or if you're going to use that as an excuse to kids, then I'm just not going to help think that's a benefit to society. It's also a good money laundering scheme. It's also a way a lot of people oppress others with delusional concepts. It is a larger, there are positives, but the net negatives are a lot bigger to me. It, to me, is the greatest folly of our own ego. And it really hurts to know that people suffer every day because a lot of people think that they're right about something that's made up. Don't love it. But if you're one of the good ones,
Well, you asked for Coy's opinion, and you got it.
if religion wasn't in such control of the country, it would be seen as a mental illness like anything else that is clearly false, and it should be. But instead, since we were founded by Puritans and religious zealots, it's seen as like acceptable to be like, no, it's okay to do this because of that thing.
But you love zeal.
I do when it helps.
Yeah, I think everything does come down to religion in a weird way. I think like everything, the way you can't fuck with religious beliefs.
Right, and that's
So,
insane.
Even if you're not calling it religion, like when people get offended, like really, really hurt, like their feelings are hurt. If I'm like, Scream 7 sucks, and I don't get why people like it, and then someone takes personal offense to me saying that,
Right.
it's because they have now formed a weird religious belief around Scream 7.
Yeah.
Like, and we've conformed to learn how to view things religiously. You see, with politics, obviously, politics have become religion. That's why,
Right. People devoutly follow it.
that's why people don't listen to each other, because that's the problem that can happen within religion. Is people will then. You can't listen if you're like it's all or nothing, you know.
Following
So
anything
if-
blindly is harmful.
Exactly. So like the way we've been trained to think almost religiously, and with that context being devoutly, unconditionally, then no one's ever going to listen to each other. There's no way that anyone could listen to one another if it's like everything is fucking biblical scripture to the way they contextualize stuff.
It's also so clearly unchecked tribalism. Like if we saw a bunch of animals that were fighting each other and one of them believed in another sky wizard than another, then we'd be like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
But since it's humans, we think it's acceptable. And
Sure.
more people have died from that than anything else times like an exponential amount. It is though
Yeah.
it's an excuse for colonialism. It's an excuse for in some ways unchecked murder. And it is something that we allow ourselves to say, like, I am this thing, you are that thing, I can hate you for no other reason, and it causes so much more harm than good. And again, there is good, but it's not worth it.
I don't think the good is truly spotlighted or elevated, though. That's the thing. I agree with you that there's so much I was just watching a whole like 4-part documentary series about a specific type of Baptist church. I forget what it was. But it was literally about like how all over the fucking country and the amount of grooming and sexual abuse. It was like a Discovery Channel, like 4-part docuseries where there's all kinds of like terrible stories and true documentation of this stuff. And of course, it's when the pastor becomes God, and they're like, no, I'm the answer to God. So it's like there's levels, there's always tiers,
Sure.
and then there's the pastor, and then nope, that's what God says, you know. So they
so
weaponize
scary, dude.
God. There are people though that I do really believe. Someone was putting it to me, a friend of mine who is religious, one of my closest friends. He's very religious, and he was saying how for him, because he knows I'm not religious, and he was saying that for him, it's kind of like it's that feeling of like when you can't. It's like kind of what Anne Hathaway was talking about in fucking Interstellar of love, where you can't really quantify it, you can't really explain it, but then you get that feeling that it's real, and even though you can't see it, you can't really scientifically pin it down. There's something in call it a belief, call it a delusion, call it whatever, but it's that feeling that they have, and they choose to believe that it's real and follow guidelines and be a better person and do better actions because of it. So I do believe there's a lot of really great people that come from it. I don't think it's highlighted though, because yeah, there's so much ugliness that comes from it, and there's so much sadness and guilt and all other like, believe me, I'm a
Original sin
product.
and shit. It's so
I'm a
crazy.
product of it.
Imagine the
yeah.
gift of life and you thinking you should be guilty the whole time because someone said so. That's crazy. Imagine
Yeah.
not doing what you want because someone said so. Someone wrote
there's a
in
lot
a
of
book
other
once.
things.
That's great. That's just such a dumb way to live.
It can be, depending if you don't ever want to question it. If you have to just go, that's just because.
Yeah.
But I know enough religious people too who like it. They are Christian in some way, but they also don't
I'm not,
feel
even
like
I'm not talking about any religion. I'm talking about religions.
your religions. Yeah,
I noticed this person said, like, I don't
Absolutely.
think any of them are good.
yeah, I agree with what I understand. You're saying not every religion is good. I'm saying that there's
Not any is good.
not any.
You said, yeah, I just
not
want to
any,
be clear.
not any religion is good. Is that there are those that I don't feel like are actually. I want to make that clear though, that I really do believe that just because I'm in this video with you, that I want to.
I'm an equal opportunity hater, man.
It's not your not you ask for my opinion. I'm just making it clear. Like I do think that there are some good people. I do agree though with a lot of what you're saying, and I also see though the other side where I've met people where I'm like, I prefer they have God. I have a friend who just found God like a year ago, and at first I was like, You sure about that? I mean, maybe you just believe that happened because you believe God. I believe you get my personal belief in life is that you get what you are. You get your convictions. You attract what you really believe. And so if you really believe there's a God that's doing it for you, then that's like, I got this because God gave it to you. I think you got that thing because you believed someone had to do that for you. You didn't believe you could do it yourself. That's the way my belief system works.
Yeah.
But if that person feels like better in life and feels like they are doing better things because of it, and fortunately, I have religious friends who never spend a second trying to convince me to be religious. So I'm happy to be.
That's how they stay friends.
I'm happy to be friends with them.
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, they never. That's probably why I fuck with them really well because
That's a very important part of it.
Never ever try to make me. And I have definitely stayed away from people who I keep a distance with, who have 100% been like, I need you, like they're trying to convert me, and so I know the process, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm very I've been a part of enough cults in my life. So yeah, I get the thing. It's but the thing is, I'm engaged in this subject way too long because I'm very fascinated by this subject right now in my life for the past 6 months, and with something I've been working on story-wise that I've told you about.
Yeah.
So it's been, that's why I'm watching a documentary about it. So it's like a big part of my brain of assessing all these elements. of
Sure.
it. Yeah.
Is it the Independent Fundamentalist Baptist
Yes,
Church?
that's the one. Yeah. They are fucked up, those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just from this Wikipedia summary alone, I'm like, wow.
They are horrible people there, man. And it's fucking awful.
Hell yeah.
Brooklyn,
I will specifically condemn that one. Yeah. Tell you.
Brooklyn, there will not be a religious person at my wedding. I'm not having someone marry me that is a pastor or any sort of. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We had 3 photographers we narrowed it down to, and I went to one of their Instagrams and it said God first, and we let them go. I will not have anyone that is suffering from that delusion at my wedding.
Nah, dude, Jesus is sneaky. He's going to be hiding around there somewhere, all right? So you're going to have security throw him out.
We do have security, and if anyone shows up in a robe,
All righty, because we all go around wearing robes these days. Captain Fernand, I'm coming to Druid robe.
Could you be friends though with a person who is religious who is not trying to make you religious? Because
close friends, no.
Okay.
If I knew-
that's probably the biggest difference.
If I knew they fundamentally saw the world in a way that I couldn't comprehend, valuing their intelligence, they couldn't be a close friend.
Fascinating. You equated intelligence to that. Okay.
Yeah. I think you can be smart and religious. I just don't think you and I see the world similarly enough that I could value your opinion.
Huh. I guess it's like we're all gonna die. None of us really know at the end of the day. There's what if there's a 0.1% chance there is a God?
And we have to take it as absolute certainty.
No, just saying, yeah, that's we're gonna kill it. But that's we will all die one day. So it's like, what the fuck do I care what this person believes? As long as they're not harming anyone or fucking with my life.
There's so many people.
That's why I like people who think you and I think so differently on so many things. But that's why I like hanging out with you because I'm like, he sees things so different than me.
But we value each other's opinion. I don't value those people.
Fascinating. Okay.
And so whatever they subscribe to is enough for me to know that there are billions of other people that I like. They're
sure.
Like the other fish in the sea for dating is me with people as friends. Like there's so many people that I could find more in common with that even if we have differences, will relate on a certain fundamental level.
But what about the concept? What about I actually get what you mean about that relatability. So it makes me question though the concept of fandom, because fanaticism, obviously we talked a lot about that before. What about the way how fandom has evolved into it now? I mean, it's really easy to I know people. Let's take Star Wars, for example.
Sure.
I know people who grew up on Star Wars, who I know a very famous YouTube, someone who's actually the thing I love most was Star Wars, but it was the fandom that made me go, I can't be a part of, and I can't watch Star Wars anymore because the people drove me away from it.
Sure.
And even though it's Star Wars has not led to wars and all this shit that's happened, there's still that thing where it's the collective of it. Would you let the collective of what fandom has turned into ruin it for you though? Do you get what I'm going with this at all?
The level of fanaticism.
It's we're associating certain, sometimes the way the people take the beliefs is not the way the beliefs are supposed to be taken.
Sure.
You know, the ways of how Jesus talks about you should love thy neighbor and treat everyone as equal. That's like in the fucking text. Everyone you have to treat as equal.
Right.
But then people don't treat them as equal, and then you're lesser than me for not being this.
Right.
That's not the way it's supposed to be. And we talk so much about how the world of fandom and so much of what we absorb
Should be celebrated.
and the lessons taught are not the way the fandom is reflecting that.
Yeah.
Yet we still participate in this fandom.
I don't think I would choose to be around anyone that is fanatical to the point of harming anyone. And that's my issue with anything fanatical is when it ostracizes or oppresses. And so I see a lot of this as more harmful than good, but I also see the weird unreality of like if someone was such a fan of Thor they thought he was actually the god of thunder, I'd be like, check yourself in somewhere. I don't see people that think that we came from two people and one of them was a rib as anything less insane. Like there are levels of it, right? Like I know not every religious person thinks there was a boat with two of every animal, but some do. And so like if someone was a fanatical comic fan, that would be and some do. And so like there's scales to anything. And like I'm sure I have friends right now that are religious. I just don't know it. And it's not like, I ask first. But like if it's not something that gets in the way. So is that like
yeah, it does.
It's like a scale. It's never gotten in the way, but I've definitely gotten rid of people in my life.
Oh, that's really compelling to me. It's just interesting to me.
Yeah.
I'm not judging you. I just think it's interesting.
I really, I love people and I love the freedom of people to live how they want, but I
have
find
the choice to be able to not associate or
exactly,
want to be around
and
that,
I find that's what I want with my choice.
Yeah,
like that's what
absolutely.
I find is like how I like to choose. Like I just don't want have that liability of faith in them.
Yeah, I get you. Like I'm like it's weird. Like I guess our value systems can differ, right? Because. And this is where we're getting into real podcast territory about shit, right? Because our value systems can differ. Because for me, I'm more like, I could be around a religious person if they don't try to make me their religion. But if I see like other areas that we identify with, work ethic, whatever the fuck. But I could see someone who's like a really good person, a great person at heart. But if they are like super lazy,
Sure.
I just cannot be around that.
There's only a level of
long.
connectivity.
If there's someone, that kind of individual, I'm like, I got to keep this person
You
at a
also
distance.
like gather pieces of them, right? Like it rubs off on you.
The influence can rub off.
And no matter what, no matter how strong-willed you are the amalgamation of the people you spend time with.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend time with people who I have a fundamental disagreement with because I'm not an atheist. I'm an anti-theist.
Yeah.
Like I have a problem with it. So I think that would cause me to just not value my own opinion or respect myself for choosing to let that in my life.
Yeah.
So
that
like
makes sense.
I personally want people to treat each other well and do their own thing and peace be with you, etc. But like it's not something that I want in my life.
Yeah.
And like I'm outspoken about it because I think it does cause so much harm. And I think that if you have a platform and you speak about stuff and like if like the boys it relates to, if I'm like having problems with religion when we're watching Spider-Man, that's weird. But like if they're doing commentary on it and it's something that it inspires a thought, I'm going to speak to it because that's my opinion and view.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean I'm telling you to have my opinion and view, and it doesn't mean I'm telling you that you're wrong, but it is me telling you I don't need to know you. Like, and I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
So like it's just the actual separation of church and state we're supposed to have.
Yeah.
State.
Fair.
Church.
Hey, it's all fair, man.
So yeah,
fair.
that's. I mean, I know a lot of people have wondered for a long enough time, but yeah, it's just I've seen so much harm, and I have friends that feel like they can't be themselves because of it, and I see people making decisions because of it, and I just see a lot of harm, and I think it is a very dangerous, detrimental thing to society. So I want to speak on it when it's convenient.
Delicate. It's very delicate. Yeah. Oh man.
That was a full podcast moment.
I think so. I feel like it was worth having a conversation about.
Sure, yeah. I mean, people have.
I was like,
That was
people
some
don't
real
like to
shit.
talk about this. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Some real shit.
People
right
are
there.
scared to talk about this. Why not?
I think I want to come from an informed place with how I feel about it. And when Spidey Cat passed away, I remember I think I even told you like there was a moment where I hoped that there was something.
Absolutely.
But there isn't an ability for me to see it as an organized anything. So like I can have that little tiny 1% thing you talked about and have like, man, I hope it isn't just carbon and us transferring energy to the earth and us becoming plant food. Like I can hope for that. But at the same time, as soon as it's written by someone, as soon as it's a human being shaping a narrative, it doesn't make sense to me that that's any other narrative than the Odyssey, than a comic book, than Project Hail Mary, than Jaws. It doesn't make sense to me that it's any other narrative. And so I can want there to be something greater for the sake of people I love. But I don't believe in rules or structure, because if the world was wiped out today and a society was reformed, all of the natural rules of nature would be rediscovered. Like, we would discover gravity again. We would discover inertia. We would not discover these same religions again because we made them up. So I believe in rules that actually are true. I refuse to accept that we should live by things that someone else decided for us, because that is oppressive and that is indentured and that is unacceptable.
Well, and funny enough, then it's like if you go down that route, then you're like, well, the spiritualities that probably crop up are the older, more like elemental stuff anyway. It's the wind, it's the water, it's the stuff that provides.
That would
it's
come
the
back,
sun,
and then we'd
it's the
evolve
earth,
into other
you know?
stuff.
Yeah,
We'd have like, thunder gods and all this stuff. And
We'd
like,
be druids and pagans again.
and that's awesome as a narrative. Like, it really is important for us to find things to believe in and to drive us forward and to discover. But it's when it is written in ink and it harms others that I get angry.
I understand. Cool. We can't be friends anymore, Colin.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. I don't know how we're going to do the show. We got a lot of movies. I work here, I guess. Maybe not long.
I'm in your wedding.
I know. Yeah.
I just got a new printing press, and I'm working on a great update on this book. Let me tell you.
It's going to be complicated, man.
So messy. Greg's going to be at the wedding just looking the other way. Photos are going to be weird.
All right.
Hey.
I'm glad we did that. Let's clip that out.
Let's
Oh,
clip
good.
it.
Oh,
A
good.
religious
Put
clip.
that on.
And put Jesus.
That clip on Short's face.
Clip out
Put
thumbnail.
Jesus and Iron Man right next to each other.
Same, but different.
Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. is going to play Jesus. All right, here we go. Let's see. We got that. We got
In
Hannah.
brown face.
Let's go Captain Fernandez. Once again, thank you for chiming in. While watching The Boys recently, I began to wonder if showrunners and writers have not yet adjusted to the now standard 8-episode format, and it's affecting plotting and pacing. What say you?
While watching The Boys recently, I began to wonder if showrunner writers have not yet adjusted to the new standard 8-episode format. It's really affecting plotting and pacing. What say you? I'm kind of confused by your
Saying
question.
it feels like, it doesn't fit 8 episodes. Like what they wrote isn't, they're not adapting to the format of it. But Boys has been 8 since the beginning, I think.
I mean, it could be a whole bunch of things. Sometimes they're only greenlit for 8 episodes. Sometimes that's like all they allow them to do. Sometimes it's like the machine has taught them that. The machine has been like, statistically speaking, 8 episodes has been well for us. You get a 3-episode release. And let's not forget, when Boys first came out, it was all at once. And then they changed it from the second season to 3 episodes, and people were pissed. 3 episodes in 1 a week, but then that panned out great for them. Like, 8 seems to be the solid number. We got to keep it at 8. And maybe there was a point where Eric Kripke wanted to do more than that. So there's a lot of machinations to why that might be. We might not know the real answer to that, actually.
It's something I can feel just spiritually. It's like in the dawn of the streaming era and stuff where it is like 8 to 12-ish, maybe 6 episodes. Like, I often find myself going, this feels like it wanted to be shorter or longer, and it almost rarely ever matches the actual length. And coming out of a time and place where it was like either 12 or 24 episodes per season, it does seem like everything is like oddly
Truncated.
Yeah, it's like the blending of like, oh, prestige TV is like movies now. I feel like that gap has actually kind of smeared. So it's like stuff gets confused about when to be a movie or when to be a long form thing.
The studios and people think all in numbers all the time. So there was a time where it wasn't 8 episodes. It was like 22. And then it was like cable, it was like 10 to 12. Now it's 8 for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I think it's budget. I think if you can shrink the budget because you can split it down to 8 instead of 10, like I don't know what.
But then you get weird situations like Stranger Things finale, where it's like $200 million an episode for 8 episodes. Like,
and I don't know how they're gonna. I mean, the Kripke put out a quote this week that said the finale is only an hour and 5 minutes. He's like, it's not one of those crazy feature-length finales, and I was like, bro, how? Because I've been loving this season, but how?
I've never seen someone talk so like against what everyone is saying about the season.
Yeah, it's been vocal.
It's just so pushback. What the fuck do people want?
Every episode, I don't know, was it filler?
What do you want? No, it's not. No. We got like 20 storylines to wrap up.
I've been really enjoying this season, but that is one thing I'm like, this. I don't feel like we are at the last episode yet. You know.
Yeah, I don't feel like we can have an hour and 5 minutes to conclude all of the boys. That is a concern.
Just focus on Holly. All right, let's go back to Streamlab.
Here we go. Streamlabs doing the thing. We
will film Thor at 3:30.
All right, here we go. We did Envy. Yes, the Invincible finale. Great to Fly. Danby again. Frank has PTSD.
Frank Castle.
Before killing a lot of people and briefly being dressed as Punisher at the end. Am I describing Daredevil Season 2, Punisher Season 1, or One Last Kill? Feels like Bernthal really likes telling one story, and we need to move on at some point.
It's fucking true, man. It's fucking true. I mean, like, that's what we were talking about earlier. Research ruined it for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love action. Don't get me wrong. I love action scenes. And I appreciate it. I was like, I feel like I've seen this exact story starring this exact guy many, many times now. There's only so many ways you can do it. They aren't even like really changing it up too much, you know? And it's clear. The problem is it's clearly tied to the other ones. That's why they bring in Curtis.
Right.
From the two
For us to
seasons of
connect
Punisher.
from
For us
Netflix,
to
yeah.
make you only know that guy
If you've already
seen the Netflix shows. Otherwise, you're like, I have no idea who this fucking dude is.
Seems
you know?
important to Frank.
And they had the whole daughter Rappo storyline in season 2. And so it is, and season 2 literally ends with him realizing, like, yeah, I should be the Punisher. And he's like, fucking dual wielding. Like, then
That image is one of the few things that stuck with me from season 2, and I was like, all right, so this is but 30 minutes.
yeah.
But it's still, I don't hate that they did that for people that didn't watch those 2 seasons. But if you did, like we talked about, it does kind of hamper your experience.
Well, also, it's like it was co-written by Bernthal.
Right.
So when that was being pitched, I thought we were going to get something really unique. And the other question is, and I didn't think about this till later, how many fucking people are involved with killing Frank's family in this universe?
I think we finally got through them all.
Like...
But like, I think that's what One Last Kill was,
But
right?
There's
One Last Kill,
so
like
many people
he taking
involved
himself
with killing
out.
this one guy's family. Like
deserves-
Nucci's not mentioned at all in the history. And the whole season 1 was like, it wasn't just some random act of violence. It was a deep state cover-up from the military. And there's a whole season dedicated to it. Oh, yeah, there's also a mafia family involved now. What
They
the
work
fuck?
together.
How many
we
people?
don't know why. I wanted to pull this. I wanted to pull this quote up because it's not exactly the answer to the 8-episode thing, but Sterling K. Brown had a really cool quote about this. He said, cable and streamers don't make money on more episodes, but network does. Network is all about advertisers. The more shows you have, the more ads you can run, the more money you can make. Premium cable and streamers make their money off subscribers. So it's not about how many shows do you have. It's about how many new shows do you have that many people want to subscribe to on your platform. So they did more episodes. They don't necessarily get new subscribers, but if they come with something that's new and shiny that makes people go, ooh, I want to see that, they're building their subscriber base. The only thing that could change is if fans actually stop subscribing and mandate that these platforms make longer seasons, but I don't think that's going to happen. So it makes sense. 8 episodes is like, well, that's the story. We got a new show. We got like let's, instead of doing 16, let's do 8 and do 2 shows because we'll get a whole new round of sub.
But if you do longer seasons that last 2 to 3 months, then people will have to stick around.
But people don't jump on. It's about that surge. It's about like day 1 subs is way bigger than like people that join the show later on. That's why network, they want longer or used to do longer seasons because you could sell like $1 million in ad revenue knowing you can split it over like 23. So 8's currently just the number, but it's just so they can kind of cycle subs.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Sterling K. Brown is wise.
That's a good assessment. All right, let's go back to the super chats.
Let's do it. Super chat. Double Dunkirk. Frank Copeland. Thank you for chiming in. So is everyone in this an actor from the MCU?
Not Robert Pattinson.
Hey.
Who's in the MCU? Andy Serkis is in the MCU. Brian Tyree Henry's in the MCU. Sebastian Stan, Scarlett Johansson. I think that's it. Huh?
Not Robert Pattinson.
Jeffrey Wright's in the MCU. There are a lot of people for the MCU.
That's because a lot of people are in the MCU.
Because the MCU has like a gazillion
it's 40
movies.
movies and 20 shows.
Yeah, there's a lot of MCU.
But it's like it's funny because of the leads. Like
Can you go back to the homepage, John? Did something drop?
Jamie Lawson's not in the MCU that I don't know of.
First Lanterns image. There's a new Lanterns image that just came out.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
Oh no.
We saw those.
Yeah,
we put them in the run.
Yeah, I put these up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there they are again.
Hey.
Whoa, look at that.
But I think the difference is like, as great as Sebastian Stan is as Winter Soldier, I don't think it demonstrates his acting prowess that you would get in something like Pam and Tommy.
That's what I was trying to say about
even-
Harvey Dent. Like, it's a chance for him to do that in the medium of
Yeah.
comic book movies.
Yeah. I was getting there.
Oh, sorry. I cut you off to
God.
say the point I agree with. I agree with you so loud I have to stop you from saying it.
Devil all the time, which had Robert Pattinson too.
Have we had a freaking what's his name in the MCU? Have we had Charles Dance?
No one knows who Charles Dance
He's
is.
he's Tywin
He's
Lannister.
Game
He's
of-
in the
Oh
monster.
no, Sebastian Koch is who we're thinking about.
He Games Thrones.
Yeah,
Charles Dance.
He's all over the place since Game of Thrones.
Well, if his character from Last Action Hero
yeah,
has the capability to hop into movies, we can assume through process of elimination of it being a movie universe, he can hop into the MCU. So
of course.
by 6 degrees of separation, he is related to Kevin Bacon.
You know what I'd like? I'd like one of these actors to be in the MCU that isn't yet. And that's because,
Colin Farrell.
I mean, obviously. But in specific here, one of my top 2 storms is Jamie Lawson.
Oh, nice,
I think she would be perfect.
nice.
We need Colin Farrell to lead the tracksuit mafia.
Yeah, that's how I'll care about the Tracksuit Mafia. Because they're so good in the comics, but didn't work for me in the show.
What else do we got?
All righty. Thank you, Frank. Frank Copeland. All right. We got next Alan Smithy again.
No, I haven't
Thank
seen
you.
this. Sorry, I just read the question. Way ahead of you.
A lot of
Oh,
people.
what's it like, Greg, to cut someone off when they're about to say a thing you already know?
A lot of
You
people.
read a question. I'm just going. I had a thought.
A lot of people in the live chat got very excited when this super chat got posed. Have you guys seen the trailer for Laika's new movie Wildwood? It looks fantastic. Animated version of Portland, Oregon. Amazing stop motion. And the trailer is really emotional. What's your favorite Laika flick?
The only thing I know about this is that on Twitter, I saw a lot of people saying, like, it's Stop Go Animation is the only thing that makes me, like, stop in my tracks anymore as far as, like, quality. So I hear it's great.
This got insane views apparently.
Wow, that looks pretty.
It got insane amount of views.
Favorite Laika,
I'd rather not watch the trailer.
watch the movie.
I'd rather just watch the movie when it comes out.
Laika Studios.
This is one of those things where I'm like, yeah,
I'll see that.
we'll do a reaction. It'll do great.
I know my favorite Laika, but
What is it?
It's Paranorman.
Oh yeah, that's right. Of
Paranorman.
course it
Yeah.
is.
It's a good one.
I've only seen it once, but I remember really liking Kubo and the Two Strings.
Never saw it.
I saw that in theaters, and I remember liking it a lot.
Isn't that what won them their Oscar?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that. Yeah.
I don't know many Leica films. Did he Coraline?
Yeah, they did Coraline, they did the Box Trolls, they did Kubo, they did Paranorman, they did Missing Link with Hugh Jackman as like a Sasquatch. Or no, it's Zach Galifianakis and
Off the
Hugh
dome,
Jackman.
that's every credit.
Hugh Jackman, yeah. And then is that it?
That's it. Like
all
you
of
just
them?
nailed it almost in order.
So there you go. Yeah.
Nice.
Big like it.
And I
head
mean
over
Missing
here.
Link is really lovely too, but I should see Kubo.
They'll have their
Again,
downfall.
I don't remember Kubo at all.
John's a real liken.
Hey, shouts out Travis Knight. I mean, he did the good. He did the Bumblebee.
Did the Bumblebee?
Yeah, and
Isn't
the
he doing
son of
Masters of the
Wayne Knight?
Universe?
Or no, not Wayne Knight. Yes, yeah, Travis Knight. He's the son of the Nike guy. Made Laika. Now he's out there directing stuff for the live action.
Good stuff.
Not,
Here.
not Wayne Knight.
Not Wayne Knight. Micro.
He was a good micro in War Zone.
But
Alright.
I would like to. I can't. I would like to watch this movie though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will watch it, or someone will watch it here.
It will be watched.
It will be watched.
It will be watched. Michael Medina. Thank you for chiming in, being so generous. Hey guys,
Thank you.
have you ever watched Stardust?
No, Coy loves it.
I love Stardust.
Any plans to watch it for the channel, Coy? It's what introduced me and Coy to Charlie Cox, and it has a stellar cast that Coy loves that includes Henry Cavill, Michelle Pfeiffer, Robert De Niro, and many more of Coy's favorite actors.
Henry Cavill's in it.
Yeah, dude. He's great. A thing happens about 2.5 hours into a stream where my brain either goes like high energy or low energy. And in real time just now, my brain was hitting like save, conserve, good. And then Greg said Koi loves it, and I woke up. Like it felt like I was like out of a nap. I was like, I do Stardust,
You're in
yes.
sleep mode.
Stardust is great. I recommend they watch it.
All right.
I
would love to see it.
That's one
the
that
cast is awesome.
I have put on this schedule before, and it just never got actually like there wasn't ever a real follow through with it. But one day there will be a reaction to this movie.
I don't think we've ever been this stacked of a schedule since I've been here. Like with the
Really?
volume of how far ahead we need to be, and like the
They're releasing too many shows.
it's a lot. So I don't know when we'd get to things like Stardust, but I'm excited for the day when it comes.
There's a lot of shows out right now. And a lot of, I mean, even off campus is starting to grow for us right now. I'm like, damn, there's so many shows out there. Thanks, Olivia, again, for mentioning that. Olivia recommended that show.
You guys seem happy.
Hey.
The reactions, like I've been enjoying the joy.
Oh, dude, no, it's actually a really good show.
Hell yeah.
You're watching it too? It's a good show, right?
Oh, look out.
Ooh. Damn, you're watching it. Hell yeah.
And syncing up with your time code with your own copy. So
Does
you
it
can
make
watch
you
it with
hard?
Tara and Greg.
Obviously, watching us react after.
Does it make you horny? Does it make you horny?
Do I make you horny,
Do I make-
baby? Do I? People in the chat, Seattle Chaos says Nick Frost for micro. So there you go. Why not?
Actually, yeah.
He's Hagrid, making me anything.
They kind of set him up to be the Micro in the Tomb Raider movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. When he does the thing at the end, when he's
Two
like, "You want
guns?"
these 2 guns?"
Yeah.
and then they do the thing. All right, thank you, Michael Medina. We got Clayton Crook. Appreciate you chiming in. Out of the people who are returning for part 2, who would you like to see play a bigger role? Me personally, I would love more Andy Serkis Alfred.
Yes, he was the character for sure who I thought I should be way more connected to this, but I think this movie is really relying on me already being priorly connected to the fact that knowing Batman and Alfred information. And there were scenes in there where I'm like, I just not quite there. I see the setup, I see the seeds, I see what they're doing with the tension. It's like I get it, but I'm not fully there, and I've seen it like 4 times now at this point. Yeah, 4 times exactly, and I've never quite gotten there.
We rewatched it recently for the channel. You can find our reaction. And I remember thinking, I hope I connect more. And it's the only time I've been like, let's pour that on the fire and not.
Yeah.
Like I was finding myself trying to feel and failing. And I love Andy Serkis. So I think that it could be the like MVP of most improved.
Those scenes get better every time I watch it.
But not enough.
But it never.
Because the rest of the movie's at like a 9.
It never
dude.
quite gets to where I think it needs to be.
Yeah. Because all the talent's there. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
part 2.
Especially if they're going to do more Bruce Wayne because he's
You
raised
develop
by
Bruce,
him.
you need Alfred.
Yeah, he raised the kid.
That also might be why we felt, ooh, I just realized we might feel disconnected because it takes 2 people to connect, and we don't really feel connected to Bruce Wayne. So we want to connect to Alfred, but he doesn't have the screen time for us to, and we don't have a Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So naturally, that might feel like a false relationship. So the more
Yeah.
Bruce, by nature, it might even make the first one better.
I get it. Like they were trying to do a thing where Alfred is like the only way I could connect to him is by trying to help him out as Batman.
Right.
Yeah, so I was like, I saw what they were doing, but it
The math's there, but I hope the second movie, retroactively, as we know Bruce more, like make us like that relationship more.
yeah, and Bruce can't accept a paternal parent at the time because he's yada yada psychology, whatever.
Words and themes, ideas. Everyone's got a past.
This is unrelated, but Star-Lord Steven in the chat says, if you cry during Street Fighter, I swear.
I will.
Put it in the thumb.
I will.
Actually, pull it from another reaction, put it in the thumb, just to have people be like, what the fuck? You didn't cry? Greg loves when a bumper falls off.
Yeah. All right. We got Hunter Janky. Love that name. And thank you for chiming in. Do you think we'll get a second trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day on Memorial Day or the 31st of May? By the way, just graduated from high school. Love you guys.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah. That's a portmanteau you can take to the bank.
I remember graduating very vividly, and it's one of the most transformative moments that feels weirdly innocuous, and then it feels very big, like after, for me anyway. Like I remember being like, I'm gonna graduate, and then I did it, and I was like, okay, I feel the same. And then like a year later, I was like, that was life changing. Graduation is like a weird era, but I think it's one of those things where like depending on what flowers you water now, it really informs the next like 5 years of your life, which then informs the rest of your life.
So, Coy, do you think we're going to get a trailer for Brand New Day on Memorial Day?
The thing about graduation is
31st.
when I was a boy. I think it's out July 31st. We've had one trailer. We had a featurette. I actually thought with the poster yesterday we might get a trailer today because, Marvel tradition. But I think the featurette was the placeholder for that. I think, what's the next big Sony release?
I'm on it.
That would be, is Resident Evil this summer?
That's October.
September.
Nope, that won't work. I think if there's a big Sony release that's near a holiday, that'll be the move. Because I still do think Doomsday might come out with Mando and Grogu.
This week, right?
Masters of the Universe. Does that count?
Wow.
I mean, if they didn't play it in front of the Sheep Detectives.
Wow, so good. I love that movie. Yeah, maybe Masters of the Universe, because I think that marketing-wise, you want the similar audience, and I think Mando and Grogu, if they attach Doomsday to it, will, double its tickets, and I think Motu could probably use a little bump as well. So if May 31st, that would tie to the June 5th release.
You get a July 10 with Evil Dead Burn.
That's not the audience.
Weird.
Sam Raimi.
That's way too close.
Yeah, I think the May 31st and then June 5th Motu would make sense.
All right, cool.
Yeah, sorry. This movie still feels like it's a year away to me.
The Spider-Man movie? Yeah. I think featurettes also usually we get in pre-production. When they're filming, we don't usually get them so it's kind of making it more distant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
It's also a July 31st movie, so my brain can't accept that as summer because I'm like, it's August, that's fall. It feels like it's not a summer.
Fall doesn't begin until most of the way through September. By
in LA,
actual
October.
Seasons, but
yeah,
by
September
the actual
21st.
calendar. Summer's not even here yet.
According to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Anyhow, thank you, Hunter Janke. And now we have Daniel Sessions chiming in. Thank you, Daniel. I'm thinking Harvey will become Two-Face at the end of the movie, leading to the third that's equal parts Batman and Bruce, reflecting the duality of Harvey.
I imagine this one took longer to make because they were probably planning the third one this time. Versus last time, they were like, we have ideas for what we could do for the second. But I don't think they committed to anything. I think they have a commitment for what they want to do for the third one. That's just my hunch.
I feel like it's a part 2 and 3
Yeah.
done. Not filming, but I think that we'll get a much sooner third one.
Exactly. So this is a fair theory. I still would like my Two-Face show. You can still do it.
Oh, yeah.
You can still do the Two-Face and Harvey coming together. Two-Face and Penguin coming together for the third one. With the Court of Owls.
I also think that they should do a couple shows, have a 3-year gap and have 2 shows. I really think building out Gotham is such a unique opportunity because we've never really had anything. Gen V and The Boys are both on TV. The Marvel stuff never felt like it quite latched in, but the Penguin feels like the Batman. You can really do something special if you have these segments in between.
The Poison Ivy show.
I'd want it, yes.
Dude.
Yeah.
They're going to make Gilda Harvey Dent in this one. They're going to make Gilda Two-Face.
Oh,
That's what they're
gender
gonna do.
swap.
People are going to love it.
They're going to love it.
Thank
That's
you,
why
Daniel.
Scarlett Johansson wanted it so bad.
That's right.
She could be a tree. She can be a Two-Face.
Honestly.
A tree?
There was a whole thing about her with Aeon Flux where everybody's like, you should be Asian. She's like, actors can be anything. They can be
Ghost of the
trees.
Shell.
That's the one.
You know,
Rupert Sanders.
Yeah, that one.
That guy who mysteriously gets all these projects. No shade.
It is. Yes, I agree with John.
You get. Who are your people, man? Anyway, all right. Thank you, Daniel Sessions. Ark, thank you for chiming in. Hey, all. Got the news of the new James Bond auctions?
no idea what you're talking about.
What are we talking
Auditions,
about?
or are we selling?
I think
James
I
Bond?
think he means auditions.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ah, thank you. Well, no. I mean, all right.
I-
We're officially going to begin the search.
I've heard a few names, and I thought CinemaCon was going to announce a Bond, so I feel like we've got a little bit of time since they didn't capitalize on CinemaCon. I feel like that was the time to make it big, and then now it's going to be fall.
I think they should just get Jared Leto.
Oh, yeah, dude. Everybody loves him. He's in everything. Everybody loves him.
Jared Leto's so cool.
Yeah, long-haired Bond.
I love Jared Leto.
If you
Speaking of
wanted-
religion,
Speaking of cults,
I was gonna say he's basically Jesus. You could do.
he's the one that shows up in the robe at my wedding.
do if you have Jared Leto at your wedding.
No,
I will
no,
leave.
I will leave.
I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was.
Sorry, I interrupted Jared Leto.
No, you're fine.
Which no one
They
should.
should have Alan Tudyk play James Bond because he's the American guy who does the best British accent.
And he's the right age.
Yeah.
What's his name's front runner, right? Mr. Dua Lipa?
Yes.
Callum Turner?
Oh.
I think that's probably just some big ass rumor, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Jacob Elordi.
I don't think there's any real front runners.
Man, Theo Ross would be awesome.
Dude, we can get your boy from Bridgerton in here. We can get our boy Simon.
Yeah, it feels like Aaron Taylor Johnson fell out of the running, but again, who knows? Harris Dickinson.
I don't know, man.
We'll see.
Tom Holland.
This is the time where I'm way more excited for the director making
Dude.
the movie than I am who the next Bond is. I'm way more excited about that. I'm like, whoever they get the next Bond is, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine because didn't he cast him? You know.
Knowing it's Denis, I'm so confident.
Yeah.
And knowing it's Denis, I'm already more excited for this Bond than I've ever been in pre-production.
It's like the attention tends to go to like this lives and dies on who the next Bond is, which of course is an argument to be made for that. But I think the focus of this is going to be completely different now.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's a really interesting thing to shift to a director's medium for Bond.
Yeah.
Because it is such a
Exactly.
iconic character. But what does someone like Denis bring to that? Because nothing in his resume is like, oh, I can see that. Like all of his stuff
Yeah.
is so heady and esoteric.
Yeah, it's like Sicario is probably the closest thing.
But even that's like an ensemble. Like I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of I'd love to know his pitch.
I mean, I think he'd have like a tortured Bond.
Yeah.
Like Jake Gyllenhaal in Prisoners or something, you know?
Best performance.
Something
If
like
he's
that.
not going to play Batman, Jake Gyllenhaal for Bond.
I mean, you could do it.
Dude, watching The Gray.
What else we got, John?
All right.
Let's go to Streamlab.
Let's do the Stream Labs. I want an unknown Bond. Let's see. Dan V, we got you. Frank PTSD. Steven's back. No, we got.
Yes.
No, yeah, this is Steven. All right, let's do it. I got some films I ain't even seen. Got the Shrek 4 film collection. Seen 2 and 3, but not 4, but not 1. Oh, seen 2, 3, and 4, but not 1. That's crazy. Which I got going to see in 4DX next week for its 25th anniversary. Also, I'm with you, John. Absolutely love Batman and Robin, but dislike Forever. That's what I'm talking about, my man.
There's 2 of you in the world.
Yeah,
And I'm
our
glad
numbers
you've
are
met.
growing. We are 200% as powerful as we were last time.
That's crazy. I think Forever is actually redeemable. And having rewatched Batman and Robin with Greg recently, it hurt more.
It is incessant.
I'm genuinely happy that every movie has fans. Because that proves every movie has defenders.
Everything is somebody's favorite thing.
Beautiful thing. Not seeing Shrek 1 is crazy.
My favorite Batman and Robin line. Bruce, it's me, Barbara. It's my favorite moment.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's literally the only moment I confidently remember of that movie.
Movie hurts.
Bruce, it's me, Barbara.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Age.
Not even a pun.
Come on,
Not
man.
even.
Come on. How can
Why
you
just
not
say that? Why just
adore
say
this?
Yeah, Shrek 1 is people consider the best. That's one I'd like to rewatch all those.
Yeah,
have
I
so
haven't
many
seen, I've never
rewatches.
seen 3 and 4.
Here,
I've only
here.
seen 1 and 2.
I've only seen the first one, really. I saw
I
2 in the
love-
theaters when it came out. I don't remember anything. People love 2 the
I
most.
love 1 and 2. I think 1 and 2 are really special. And like they made DreamWorks what it is. And that brought us How to Train Your Dragon. But
I don't really remember 2, but I remember thinking 2 was better.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah.
it's got a lot more donkey.
That's what I remember.
Yep.
I was like that fucking donkey.
He's
man.
More
back.
dragon babies, boy.
Yep. And
That's when they introduced Puss in Boots.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's my boy? One of my only 5-star films, Puss in Boots 2.
Yeah, my boy.
I love The Last Wish. If you guys haven't seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, it's
Last
like
Wish is
one of
rad.
the best movies of all
Last
time. I'm not
Wish?
even kidding.
It is a
Last Wish.
crazy improvement upon the first one's really
I've
good.
never seen the first one.
First one's really good, but the second one was like, whoa, this is fucking animation masterpiece.
It's like
Yeah.
a Paddington level event.
It's crazy. Still haven't seen that.
That's what I consider like nuke scales. It's a Paddington level event.
Yes.
All right, let's go back to the super chats.
DEFCON pad.
How many super chats we got left? We got to mathematically do 18 in total.
I'm timing you guys.
18 in total.
Left? We
That's
failed this
including the Streamlabs. That's because we talked about religion for 20 minutes.
thing. Yeah.
No, that's why I put it in here.
But we can clip that out and give it to Roxy, and then she can condense it down to 3 minutes.
Yes. Woo!
Roxy, take all the best parts. So we need all the context.
Yes.
Don't do it, Roxy.
No. Oh, Christ. Christ the Lord. Malik, thank you for chiming in, by the way. As much as I would love a version of Robin to be in the Reeves-verse, I can't see him fitting in that universe, or at least till Part 2 debuts. It seems they're solely saving Robin for the DCU Brave and the Batman and Robin film.
I think this is a big part where Coy and I differ too. I can't see Robin in the Matt Reeves verse. It doesn't make any sense to me of how that could work in his even though Robert Pattinson's in his 30s and he's like 40 now, his character seems to be much younger. Like his character feels like he's in his 20s. And just where they're at with the stage of him as Batman, that kind of tone, it's a much bigger sell. And I feel like a big part of what makes the DCU Batman special is that I feel like they're going to strike a tone where you could definitely believe that there could be a Robin. But that's just me.
I totally agree with you. I know Pattinson wants a Robin, but I don't think it makes sense narratively. I know he as an actor wants that, but I think a year 2 Batman is years away from Robin, and I think tonally it would be a very jarring thing to have this detective loner be like, I don't want to be with anyone except this one ward. Like it doesn't make sense he'd open up to him yet.
Yeah.
I think they drop Robin off on the steps as a baby, and you have this subplot of Batman 2 where he's like, I got a freaking baby.
And they cast Pattinson's real child.
And then in Part 3, he's like, you know what, kid?
Robin.
You got to fight people.
Here's some shorts.
Here's some shorts.
He goes by his Christian name, Robin. We reveal it in the 3rd movie. He named him Robin.
Dude, that's pretty sick, dude. That's pretty sick. Daniel Sessions, appreciate you chiming in again. I'd love if some of those BTS photos fans took became photos Peter Parker took of Spider-Man in universe. That would be a very cool thing to do, honestly.
That would be fun. That'd be a good way to involve the fans.
Yeah.
Anyone could take a photo of Spider-Man now. How is Peter Parker a special photographer when everyone's got fucking phones?
Yeah. Composition's still important.
It is hard in a drone era too. Yeah. It's like anybody can get an angle that high.
That's true.
There's drones and cameras everywhere. Surveillance. Like anyone could get a photo of Spider-Man now.
Yeah, real.
How is he going to get a job at the Daily Bugle?
Jay Jonas just at the desk like, too many pictures of Spider-Man. Get these pictures of Spider-Man out of here.
Maybe that's why they made Jimmy Olsen a reporter in Superman, because it's a world with cell phones. They're like, nah, Jimmy Olsen wouldn't have a job.
Yeah.
Hadn't thought of that, because he's a reporter in that.
The paper can't afford a lens that long.
Yeah, it's true. He's so fast.
All right.
Let's keep going.
Ninja Vestos, thank you for chiming in. Have you seen the latest Matt Reeves 2 Batman news? It's the major topic of this stream.
I feel like we've been talking about all of it this whole time, so really appreciate your super chat and for being here, Ninja. But yes, we have covered it. Let's keep going.
We're doing it. All right. ARC, meant auditions. Don't be ashamed. We got you. We're good.
We got you. And I was glad we could talk about that subject as well.
100%.
I'd still weirdly like sad, droopy Jacob Elordi.
I love him, man.
He's got that weird, like, droopy thing about his face.
He could be a Bond. Yeah.
He's got, like, sad Elvis going on all the time.
Got those sleepy eyes.
Super good looking.
I just like his presence. Like, he's got such an aura.
Oh, you would love him in Euphoria.
Yeah.
You would love his Euphoria and Euphoria.
He's a good guy.
I got through half an episode. Tried watching it.
Watch the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman riff.
Yep.
That's all you need.
That's all over my Twitter, which says some confusing
and
things
their
about my
own
algorithm.
social media was like Cassie's Godzilla scene, and I was like, okay, fine, weird, but fine. Sorry,
So
that's
clearly a reference.
That's a rant for a different day.
Sydney Sweeney's selling that show. As much as people want to hate on her,
Selling.
her transition to pornography is selling that
Selling
show.
that show.
They're literally doing the thing, and like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, people are gonna clip everything they do with her.
She knows what she's doing. She's a producer now.
She also makes so much money on that side of it because of what's selling.
She fucking knew.
Oh, she's a great businesswoman.
She's like, this character doesn't need to be what it was.
She shows up to
I'll
play.
do porn.
Let's do what I've become. She also
up-
made. Sorry, good.
She shows up to play. I will give her that. Like, there are times where you're like, I can't tell where the reality ends and the satire begins, but there's some broad satire comedy happening here that I can't not appreciate.
She made millions off soap. Like, she's a very good businesswoman.
Yeah.
I think she's being very smart with her 10 years of guaranteed fame.
Yeah, she knows while she's like fucking the hot
Talk of the town blonde
she's
bombshell.
like, I'm going to take advantage of it and be naked and touch myself on camera.
Yeah, man. That was real.
Millions.
That was real The Boys moment.
Yeah, while Zendaya does real acting over here.
Yeah. It is literally, it's like, here's the gritty half of the show, and here's the silly operatic half of the show, Which version do you want each week? Screw it. We'll just give you them both.
Smash.
All right.
And I feel like Sydney Sweeney was amazing in those first 2 seasons. I think she's still good now. I think she's still good.
Different.
She's just fucking up as like, that clever woman. Fucking sell your body. Dude, you're doing good.
All right, Cinema Sauce. Sell your body.
You know it's bad when she's upsetting actual OnlyFans sex workers.
Yeah, when they're commenting like, no. That's not how this
You're
works.
making us look
We
bad.
can't even do that on this platform.
Let's move on.
All right, Cinema Sauce. Coy, thank you, Cinema, for chiming in. Coy, congrats on DC Showcase, and big congratulations to the whole Real Rejects team at on the Scum and Villainy partnership. Also,
Wow, thank you.
Any Exit 8 reaction? Have a great weekend.
We are planning on it. I feel like that'd be fun. We didn't know about this movie, and then we did a trailer reaction to it. And then I went to the theaters to watch I watched The Mummy, and then there was a whole group of people that came out of Exit 8 and were like taking photos in front of the fucking like pop-ups and shit. Like there's like just fans and like influencers.
Cool.
Like people just really love that shit. Apparently it's like awesome. So I'm excited to watch it.
Hell yeah.
I had a lot of thoughts involving McDonald's involving Exit 8. You guys will hear one day.
Yeah, you want your capitalism? You want to watch a cool Backrooms trailer and make it about capitalism? Sure.
Well, have you got the reactor for you?
Oh, no. Liminal spaces. Stanley McKeesey, thank you for chiming in. Greg Olive. Something very bad is going to happen. 2026 Netflix would be a great couples watch on your own time. Horror romance on Soulmates.
Dude, you know my sensibilities. That sounds like a great time.
Hell yeah. I've never even heard of that. Oh, no, I have. Never mind.
No,
Watch
that's a show. I heard it's a really good show. It was like, I don't think it was huge, but it was really beloved by those who did watch it.
All right. Well, heck yeah.
I appreciate it. I do want to watch it. I'm not going to react to it. I'm going to just tell you that right now. I'm not going to react to it.
This says on your own time.
But I
Specify.
do want to watch it though. I'll probably make the time to watch it.
Is that the Duffer Brothers one? Like the follow-up? Didn't they do another show?
I don't think it's.
I
a
don't.
I think they might have had. There's one of those shows out there
That
from the
they're
producers of
producing.
Stranger Things.
Okay.
But I don't think it's the Duffer Brothers.
Okay.
All righty. Thank you, Stanley. Captain Fernandez is back. So, guys, other than Huel, what's your go-to protein?
What do you mean? That's all we use. Huel. I like to use the Kite Hill Greek yogurt for added protein outside the Huel powder. I like Zila Fitness. I like Orgain. I do like tofu. I get tofu that's soybean flavor, so that way it's like mainly just protein, but low on calories, low on fat. I love eggs. Those are 2 things that Koi really hates: eggs and tofu.
Truth.
There's like some fake. There's like Beyond Meat. I can make like a really cool like Mediterranean style, like with like fake steak and fake chicken and hummus. So yeah, there's like a lot of. I'm a vegetarian though, so mine's not as fun as Koi's. Koi can like pack a steak in there.
I eat meat chips. I love a meat chip. There are these chips that they compress tons of chickens into literal Pringles, and
Koi believes in organic.
I eat a lot of the
The most dystopian snack you could possibly.
I literally flew-
It's like them pouring whale meat into the outlines of the crusty rib witch.
I literally flew with a bag of meat chips to Boston to make sure I hit my protein. I eat Quest chips, which are like high protein chips. Quest bars. I love the cookie dough and the cookies and cream. They're both 3 grams of sugar, but taste like candy. I'm big on Premier Protein in liquid form. I do the coffee one. I do 2 of those to start the day, and then I do a Nuri coffee at 9:30. So I get like 6 cups of coffee by noon, and I get like 60 grams of protein by noon. It's a nice balance. And then at dinner, I try to have like more whole food since most of my day is processed because it's all like on the go. Because I'm trying to hit 100 grams of protein by 2 p.m. with on the go food, and then I do my last 80 grams with like a nice dinner.
You're fucking psycho.
Dude.
But take that to the bank for you guys. What else we got?
Ooh, protein. I just eat pure protein, scientifically.
You just eat pasta?
Costco sells the chicken chips, and I eat them too.
They're so good. Those are the ones.
Well, and now
You're the first person I know that not only ate them but didn't think I was crazy. They're buffalo chicken chips from Costco. Oh, I'm so validated.
I'm glad you are.
I felt so crazy, but they're so good.
killing the game.
Alex is a normal person, so I feel much more normal now. Like, I thought it was like the craziest thing to do. But when a normal person does it,
Normalness confirmed. Yeah, they put protein in all the coffee now. So every coffee house, protein coffee.
Yeah, this is why I got Dunks.
It's like, oh. Wow.
Oh no, it's not. It's not jerky, Seattle. It is a chip. It tastes. It's the texture of a chip, but it's meat.
Mitch TV.
We're ready to move on now.
Thank you, Mitch TV,
Just
for
telling you,
chiming in.
just saying.
Thank you
So-
for chipping off a big old slab of meat for us. Hey, bros, we have a Disclosure Day Supergirl June, Superman Odyssey July, Resident Evil Clayface September, October, -0 Hunger Games November, Doomsday December. Best year for movies of all time.
No. It'll never top 1999.
1999 is the greatest year in cinematic history.
I hate to
This
break
is
it
a
to you.
lot. This is good. 1999 changed cinema.
There's none of these movies are really going to be like not none, but like a couple will be able to last the test. When like the Matrix came out, it was like a cultural phenomenon. You know what I mean? None of these are going to be like true cultural phenomenons. Some of these will be fucking massive. It'd make billion, and some of them will make like over $1 billion. But a cultural phenomenon, I don't see that happening with any of them.
Fight
I
Club,
would
The
love to be
Matrix,
wrong.
American Pie, The Green Mile, American Beauty, The Sixth Sense, The Mummy, The Blair Witch Project, Office Space, Dogma, Boondock Saints, Man on the Moon, Iron Giant, Being John Malkovich, to name a few.
Yeah.
99 is crazy.
Yeah, these movies are big, and there's a lot of great ones. But due to the way media is now, like how many the days these movies come out, there's going to be like 14 new TV shows that premiere that day too. You know, like just the way things go, nothing has enough time to be like unbelievably a spiritual existence in pop culture anymore. You know?
Yeah, it is unfortunate that our attention span is also like our relevance span.
Yeah, so it's just not going to be as special anymore.
But there is an incredible amount of stuff.
But
this
there
year.
will be a lot of amazing movies.
And like Digger also is this year. Like there's a ton of stuff even not listed there. This year is pretty stacked. I would say this year and last year are impressive years for movies, but I think 99 for me was the greatest.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get another. Honestly, I just don't think we're ever going to get another year like that because of how we consume media. There's just too much media.
Yeah.
People are going to get out of the theater and then not reflect.
Right. What's next?
They're going to just get on their phone.
People are also going to walk out of Doomsday and be like, Secret Wars.
yeah.
It's going to make $3
what I
billion,
mean.
but they're going to be on the next thing.
People move on right away now.
That's why it's good to walk out of the theater and try to walk around. Like it actually helps.
There's no time now to reflect.
Yeah.
Keep sounding off those best cinematic years in the chat, gang. Alrighty. We got Stanley back in the game. McKizzey, Coy and Greg. I pretend this is a Woman Crush Wednesday. So what was your longest crush on an actress and why?
Keira Knightley.
But why?
No. What am I talking about? It was Neve Campbell in Scream. I thought I could rescue her.
Just wants to be a savior. Ghostface ain't got nothing on Greg.
And Carrie too. Carrie was actually a crush of mine. That was a real like I could rescue. When I'm in high school, I was nowhere. I was like many years ago, I was like when I'm in high school, if I encounter a Carrie like girl, that's the girl that will be my girlfriend. I will be a hero.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson for me, and it actually led me to my tied for favorite comedy, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, was because I loved Scarlett Johansson and she's in it for like 5 minutes. Not Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, some real crush you got there, man.
Oh my god, I forgot her name. Shannon Sossman, man, Shannon Sossman.
Yeah, bro, come on.
Shannon Sossman from 2001 until like now.
She was just in something.
Was she?
Yeah, she was like the mom in some thriller.
Oh, that was like 6 years ago. I saw it.
Sure.
I follow the Shannon Sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, Shannon Sossman. I think the longest current one, like I've had a crush on Zoe Kravitz for like a decade. So like as an adult, I think Zoe Kravitz. As a youth, Shannon Sossman.
And Mel Gibson.
And
Mel Gibson. I love his beliefs. The man he is.
that's a guy I could be friends with.
You know, when I look at him, I go, kinship.
Resurrection.
A lot of things in common.
I know someone in the Resurrection.
Is it really 2 movies? Is it
Yeah.
like, oh, that's crazy.
Another person playing Judas.
That's awesome. That's like a thing. It's like
Yeah.
being Thanos.
Yeah.
That's how they're going to end the story is that Judas wins in the first one and then Jesus ultimately has to come back in the second one.
When he snaps, all people are going to be like, Judas was right. It's going to be like a cultural movement. It's going to be crazy.
Oh, no.
He's got a glove. Just one, like MJ.
Yeah. Judas was right, man.
Dude, it's gonna be crazy. Good for him. That's a big role.
Off-road.
It's a huge role. Yeah.
Ramos binges film. Thank you for chiming in, being so generous. Hey guys, now that I do some comic research, I'm loving how comic-y these new films are. But I am a bit sad that some old projects that I previously liked aren't aging well. Personally, like Man of Steel, any similar experiences? Yeah, has research ruined any comic book films?
I mean, we had a whole arc on that earlier. So I mean, we're doing the MCU rewatch, and so far they've been enhanced with time.
Yeah. This is hard to pin
Batman,
down.
like Batman and Robin, I think I loved as a kid, so that one wasn't as fun because I'm like not a kid anymore.
I remember when I rewatched Space Jam before Space Jam: A New Legacy. I was like, Michael Jordan's not a very good actor.
Yeah,
And I never noticed his bad acting until I was an adult.
that's fair.
And it is very different from the comics.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Bugs,
Yeah.
Bugs is a pedophile in the comics.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also like a honey trap in that dress.
I'm excited to go in and bleep that out.
For once, it wasn't me.
I think it'll actually
be
be
fine.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it's more the fun kids comic movies. Like when you're 12 and 13, they don't hold up as well. So like Batman and Robin and like some of the stuff from the 2000s.
I'm sorry. This is a really good question. I have no real solid answer for you right now. I'm sorry. I really wish I could provide a good one.
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
I am so curious to find out if I actually still like that movie.
Yeah, there's
Me
some movies I'm
too.
afraid to rewatch.
When I was a kid, I loved that movie.
Yeah.
It's like you're surrounded by people who are like, this fucking sucks. And I'm like, I like it. So I'm wondering.
That's a movie I only remember as like flashes of color.
Wild Wild West, I'll always defend.
Yeah, wicked.
Wild
Very
Wild-
faithful to the source material.
I have a cassette tape, a VHS tape of The Mummy, The Matrix, and My Favorite Martian that I watched so much, like all three at once. I'd spend a day, and I'm so scared to rewatch The Mummy or My Favorite Martian because I still love The Matrix, but who knows?
I'm sorry. If I come up with one, I'll let you know.
Hell yeah. Alrighty, Ramos binges film. Double feature from you. Thank you for being so generous today across the board. I love whenever you guys talk fan casts. Any chance of any videos or segments around your personal choices? Maybe fan casting the Justice League or Batman Rogues. Eddie Marsan was my Penguin, and he's in Clayface.
Nice.
I like that.
Hell
good
yeah,
pick.
Eddie Marsan.
Batman Rogues would be a fun fan cast, actually. Mm-hmm. Probably whip up a few right now.
What do you got?
Let's think about this. I am not very good at fan casting. I think it's a real weak spot of mine. I think you're really good at them, though, and people will probably care more to hear your opinion too.
Give me a villain.
Okay, so for the DCU, Batman Rogue, let's go with who would you want as Catwoman in the Batman DCU?
Oh, in the DCU.
In the Gunniverse.
How old are they gonna probably be?
At least 15.
I'd say they're gonna be in their like late 30s for Robin, like late 30s into 40s, and we'd want Batman and Catwoman around the same age. Catwoman. We would want.
What are the qualities of Catwoman?
I want her to be effortlessly sexy and cunning. Like I want there to be a danger to her sexiness. Isa Gonzalez would be great.
Oh yeah.
I think she has like an effortless, like, oh my God, staggering, and you could like convince me to do anything.
I loved her in Ministry of Ungodly Warfare.
Yeah, she's
That
so
was-
articulate and witty.
I've seen so many roles of her. I've seen all from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is her best performance. Like, she's like a real fucking character, and she does not rely on being like fucking sexy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you want from Catwoman. And it shouldn't
Yeah.
be the only thing. She
Yeah.
should be able to do a lot of things.
I thought she was great in that movie.
Yeah. So I think Isaac Gonzalez is a knee-jerk reaction, but I think she'd be great.
No, that's a great pick. That's a really great. And before Ministry of Ungodly Warfare, I probably wouldn't have said that. I'm like, yeah, she'd just be fucking like sexy.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
she's beautiful. Great.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
she's incredible and beautiful, which
Yeah.
you need for
and
Catwoman.
she can feel dangerous.
and
Incredible.
That's a really good pick.
And like I would want someone that is a different kind of sexy than Zoe Kravitz. Like that's because if you're doing DCU, I'm picturing like more of a big, colorful, illustrated versus like cunning and gritty in a different
Okay.
way. So that's why Isaac Gonzalez I see as like a different type of Catwoman.
Not solely relegated to Batman, but Deathstroke.
I would want someone who seems like military based, someone that feels like an assassin, but also is a little malicious, like someone that would like, fight the Teen Titans. Someone that'd be like, fuck them kids.
And someone who strokes.
Alan Richson.
He's too big. I'd say 10 years ago, Mel Gibson. I'd see him punching kids. I'm not wrong. Deathstroke. I think Joe Manganiello was good, but obviously not the right age anymore.
They got old guy Deathstroke sometimes.
What about like David Harbour?
He's too funny. Like he's too jovial, even like when he's being serious.
Yeah, that's part of the charm of Hopper, right?
Yeah,
It's
like there's an undercurrent.
People be saying Josh Brolin in the chat.
Josh Brolin for everything.
I mean, yeah, he's a little older now.
Josh Brolin should be everything. He's my Batman.
What about the dude who was in Game of Thrones as the main Lannister guy, the blonde guy?
You mean, oh God,
Oh,
Nikolai Coster.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. No,
Yeah.
Walter Kostow guy.
Nikolai Coster Waldo.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think there's like a cool like aged wisdom and brutality to him. I want Deathstroke to be like seasoned. Like he's one of the only people
Damn.
I think of as older.
You are good at this. Holy shit.
Right? I think he'd be.
This is really okay. Let's just do one more for fun.
Okay.
And we'll move on. Okay. Deathstroke was a little bit.
People are casting Sophie Thatcher as Poison Ivy in the chat.
That'd be cool. Okay. Hold on. What do we got? Okay. So no, we've just got a Riddler in the Batman.
Professor Pig.
Oh, Hugo Strange.
Time travel casting, Robin Williams. I think he would have been so terrifying. I think he's so good as a villain. Hugo Strange. Blade Runner 2049's Dave Bautista. I think he has a lot of darkness underneath him, and he's got like a malice and a menace to his physicality that's really interesting.
Joe Rogan.
He makes up science as he goes. Yeah, I think Dave Bautista would be a really interesting one. Tom Hardy would also be a really interesting one. Like now Tom Hardy. And that'd be kind of a fun play on Bane. Like Tom Hardy and the Bike Riders.
Yeah, they gotta catch up to Marvel recasting one of their
One of their big ones, yeah. But yeah, one of those two guys, Dave Bautista or Tom Hardy.
Maybe we'll do a full video one day. This is good.
All right, it's a good warm up. Let's do why don't we do a Streamlab?
Yeah.
Let's see. What we got Michael. Did we get to Michael?
I really loved our religion talk, but man, that really interfered here.
It did throw a lot off.
All right, Michael. Here we go, Michael. Hey guys, watched X-Men 2 again yesterday, and I had definitely forgotten how great that movie was. Got me so hyped for those characters returning in Doomsday. Surely the X-Men fuck up the Avengers if they throw down with each other, right? Right?
I don't think the X-Men are as powerful.
Benedict Wong also would be a good Hugo Strange.
I believe he was.
Was he?
I think Benedict Wong was in Gotham as Hugo Strange.
No, he'd be good.
But I arrived at
Other
it
people-
independently.
Other people agreed.
He was great.
That's so funny.
I really enjoyed his
Because
work.
at Deadly Class, I was like, he had way more of a presence as
Yeah.
like a headmaster of evil.
I think there's a reason why he was cast.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought
Benicio del Toro's Ra's al Ghul.
when I hear Hugo Strange, I immediately rush to Benedict Wong in that.
That's so funny. I've never.
time.
All right. Well, there it is. What was the question?
John,
I'm sorry.
please go back to
I
the
think
stuff.
X-Men.
Please, we gotta stay on track here.
I think
Yeah, the X-Men
X-Men
would kick the Avengers' ass.
in the comics they would. Yes. In the movies, I don't think that the MCU have set them up that way, and I don't think the X-Men Fox movies have set them up that way. I think it's kind of the sequelization talk we had earlier about like how do you do bigger than Doomsday? You go Secret Wars. We've had so much evolution of Avengers. There's the power scaling issue. Obviously, we had a ton of X-Men too, but they've been gone a long time, and they never had as big of foes as an Ultron or a Thanos. So I think power scaling, the Avengers have got more powerful film-wise. I think in the comic books, X-Men would whoop. There's actually some really great footage of at the end of the X-Men run, Avengers were starting up, and James McAvoy talking about how easy it'd be for the X-Men to take out the Avengers. And now it's funny because it's happening. But I think in movies, it's going to be the Avengers. It should be the X-Men, but
Here.
I mean, Professor X's abilities alone.
right? Like, what do you do? And you're paused.
Your boss.
Doesn't have to kill him. It's just, that's
My
it.
favorite Professor X catchphrase, and we're pumped. All right, Ramos. Thank you for the fan casting. Ray Torres. Hey, Ray Torres.
Pleasure
Good
meeting
to
you,
see
man.
ya. Hey, everyone. Congrats on the partnership with Scum and Villainy, where we met. Sounds like a huge step for Reject Nation and Multi-House. If you guys ever need extra hands to help set up for events, I'm here. Much love.
Of course, man. It was great meeting you. And your kid, Atreus. I remembered. I'm a good guy.
you.
It was B.D. Wong in Gotham.
Yeah,
Fuck.
BD Wong.
Benedict Wong.
Oh, fuck. Benedict Wong's a MCU.
Yes.
He's
My bad.
friggin' Wong.
Benedict
yeah,
Wong.
Benedict Wong is Wong.
Benedict
yeah.
Wong as Hugo Strange.
You could see how
no,
it's easy
very
to get
easy.
the names
Even if I
confused.
said Benedict quickly, it sounds the
I
same.
was sitting here going, is the B in BD for Benedict?
So yeah, Benedict Wong. Deadly Class is why I think that, not because of Wong.
All righty.
So yeah, sorry, I was
I thought his name was Benedict.
BD?
Yeah. when I
That's
thought
so
it was
funny.
Benedict Wong, yeah.
Connor Mullis, thank you for chiming in. Oh, Coy and Gregory, how I have missed you so. It's
Good to be back.
It is.
This motherfucker.
We love it.
He's my dude. He's a Mad Lib. I love him.
Oh, here we go. Connor Mullis goes on to say, it is time for you to guess what I am eating.
I'm gonna guess a chalupa with the beans the beef replaced with black beans and nacho cheese spread on it with some nacho fries. Is that a Mexican place still next to you, Kawhi?
Salsa and beer. Yeah.
No, the trucks.
Yeah. Real good. Inexpensive. Little street taco.
Yeah, those fucking quesadillas.
Dude, $10.
Thick quesadillas.
$10? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious.
Yeah, they're great. We had those like 3 days ago. It's real good. My macros weren't happy, but they were delicious. Didn't eat much the next day. I'm gonna say you're eating buffalo chicken wrapped in mozzarella sticks, wrapped in French fries in an oversized hoagie. It's called a fat chicken, and I miss them.
Fat chick.
Used to eat those in high school. There was a place called Supas, and they had fat cows and fat chickens.
Dude, that
and it was stuff wrapped in stuff.
Way too much.
Oh, it's like 4,000 calories.
All right.
It's real good.
All right.
Yes. So good.
I'm going to rig up a drum roll, and we're going to find out the answer to this. Here we go. What is Connor Mullis eating? If I could ever scroll to it. If you guessed shrimp Alfredo with extra hot sauce, you would be incorrect. I am eating Doritos.
We were so close. We were so close.
I was close. I had
Well done.
I had chips in mine.
I wonder what flavor.
I had crunchiness.
I don't know what Connor Mullis flavor. There's so many Doritos.
But I appreciate you.
It's shrimp Alfredo flavored Doritos with hot sauce.
Only in Japan.
I appreciate that, Connor. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Connor Mullis goes on to say, very generously, I might add, on a serious note, I got a huge promotion at work and just wanted to give a huge thank you to you two and the rest of the crew for helping me through hard work days. I couldn't have done it without you. Y'all are amazing.
What are you setting us up for?
Wholesome Connor Mullis.
No. There's
I
some-
don't know.
There's something
There's
else.
some hijinks.
There's some other thing coming.
There's another. There's a.
I don't fucking know.
Oh,
I
no.
Oh my God,
I
there's
don't
not.
know. I don't
There's
know.
not. Hold on, let
Dude.
me do a refresh. But I mean, we had cut the
that's-
super chats off before we started
All right,
reading them.
Guys,
so.
Connor Mullis.
I don't know.
Also, Spidey Sensei
Yeah.
in the chat says, "Not the wrong Wong." And that's
Oh,
funny
no.
to me.
Not the wrong Wong. Wrong Wong. Wrong Wong.
Wrong Wong.
No. I mean,
Guys.
okay, fine. Congratulations for now.
For now.
But I know next week there's going to be some serious bullshit coming this way from you.
Hijinks ensue.
I don't know, Connor, but congratulations on your huge promotion. I hope you take 10% of that and bring it to the next super chat.
Connor got promoted to managing a Taco Bell.
Oh.
Is that serious?
I don't. I'm just making.
He always
that
has food options.
You said chalupa.
up. So yeah, comment if you're still in the chat, Connor. You can comment.
I don't like jokes.
They confuse him. We've been over this.
Oh, is he joking now? I don't know.
When sarcasm?
All right. We got one more in here from Spidey Sensei. Thank you for chiming in. Spidey Sensei 72 says, "Congrats to Greg on the Scum and Villainy partnership. Congrats to Koi."
Actually, I got it because of Koi.
Oh, well then double
got it 'cause
congrats
of
to
Koi.
Bringing the
Koi.
worlds together. I want
done.
everyone to enjoy the physical manifestation of nerddom.
Koi was like, I'm going to invest. And I was like, what if I did?
You call him right now.
Not you.
You set up that meeting today. Greg's like, "Can we bid more?" I'm like, "That's not how investing works." But he did it anyway.
Yeah. How do I beat everybody at
I want
this?
to make sure I do better at this helping.
All right.
That's how we do charity too. Greg's like, "I'm going to plate more kids."
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
I'm going to make more kids homeless so I can plate them.
That's, he didn't quite understand what charity was about, but it was very
It's
helpful.
about winning.
Yeah. You don't have a home to live in, but once in a while, dinner.
I want to help the most.
Congrats to Koi on his
Congrats,
on
yeah.
his weight gain and
On-
hair loss.
I'm trying to look as bad as possible.
Congrats to Koi on the hair gain.
I'm just trying to
weight loss,
devolve.
and upcoming wedding. Congrats to John for his flawless hair today. Thanks, bud. Do my best
He's
here.
got
Thank
that
you,
herbal
dude.
essence.
And congrats to you for being the last super chat.
Yes.
yeah.
Also, Spidey Sensei, I have still not gone to my manager's house, who has my P.O. box, and he has a shirt from you, and I will get it one day. And I'm so sorry it's taken a month. But thank you very much. 17 pounds I've lost.
Hell yeah. Well done, Coitus.
Congratulations. That's impressive.
It's a lot of pounds when you're not that many pounds.
A lot of poundage. You'd be pounding.
I'd be pounding.
Out here pounding, Koi.
Trying to get married
Out here pounding, Koi. All right, we are in the home stretch. Loxley has this to say. 100%. Y'all should play Dispatch. Superheroes plus interactive storytelling. It's very storyboarded and would be so enjoyable. Also, can you guys watch Jack Ryan on Asian Prime before the movie out in theaters?
We're not going to do that. But appreciate you asking that question.
Hunt for the
There are
Red
some other Jack Ryan movies that might be of interest. We are not watching a whole Amazon Prime series. I'll tell you that much. Dispatch has been on the list for a while. We are probably going to be moving it to a gaming channel.
Oh.
But Dispatch is, like the other people who work with us, have been very insistent on that specific game for a while now. So we're probably going to be doing that. But so appreciate you taking interest in that, Loxley. Suggestions of what we should play in the chat. Anonymous is saying, "Hey guys, hope y'all have a great Friday. Love all the chaos and laughs during these lives. Have you thought about reacting to shows like Sense8 or Apple TV shows like Ted Lasso, especially Ted Lasso, the soccer rise this summer?
So intense.
Considered? Yes. Will we? Who knows? Likely? I'd say not. But thank you for being here. You just never know. Show commitments are real tough when they're there's a lot to go through, and then they affect stuff. How are you guys liking Dexter? Everyone who just keep
I love
Dozens
it.
of viewers.
I
who
love
kept
Dexter.
asking, who kept harassing my personal
Dexter.
page too. How you guys
Hey.
liking it?
All 900 people that messaged you did watch.
Yeah, it's true.
Unfortunately,
I was
no
gonna say,
one else.
Those
did.
have at least 900 views since we brought it back for season whatever.
Every single DM when answered.
They did.
They didn't tell their friends.
They did.
Everybody shows up in the comments with a proof of them asking.
They
Greg,
did.
and of an individual.
End of list.
Hey, we got one more from Brett. Thank you, Brett. Brett says, "Can you guys please do a Peaky Blinders reaction? We've never discussed this before."
First time I'm hearing of it.
What's
Maybe.
a Peaky Blinders?
Maybe down the road. You never know. Things can change. Things can change. It's not in the books right now, but maybe. Did you ever continue it?
I'm still on episode 3. Also, I mentioned Irish people, and everyone was like, I think Coy's watching the wrong show. It takes place in England. I'm aware. But there are Irish people in England. I'm watching the show. I've gotten episode 3. It's a long and intense show, and at the end of a workday, the last thing I usually want to watch is like an hour of intense TV, so I have not. But
Yeah.
it's great what I've seen. It's just not an unwind.
Absolutely. Well, I can't wait to watch it one day.
Yeah, well, I'm very excited to keep going one day.
I'm not allowed to watch any shows on my own now anymore.
No, it's got to be
I
for
might be asked to one day.
it's got to be for the company.
For the company.
For the company.
Nah. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. Glad that religious talk
gang.
went way too long and now completely delayed the success of ending on time.
I answered, and then it kept being prompted to continue.
I mean, it was you can't just end there. There's so much to unpack.
That's what the people are here for. That one person prompting that opened up the floodgates.
They're here to unpack.
But thank you guys so much for being here. Coy, you did excellent again. John, you held this fort down like nobody's
Do what
business.
I can, man.
Alex got intentionally horny on camera today. It was
and
very
it
awkward.
meats chips.
And
I
eats
love
meats
meats
chips.
chips.
Meats chips.
It's
meat
probably the
chips?
meat chips
Meat
that,
chip?
that
Yeah.
boosts the over.
Well, it's good for blood
it's-
flow.
Yeah.
Brings a little libation.
Yeah.
Can't stop eating that meat.
Yeah, you gotta.
How-
When I think of meat in my mouth, things happen.
It's most of what I think about.
Anyway, I'm ovulating. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for being here. Now let's watch Thor. Coy.
Let's go watch Thor. It's now it's time.
Double Dunkirk.
That was a perfect ending.
Double Dunkirk. Dunkin' Donuts. Dirty Dan. Or was it Dave? Just double Dunkirk. It ain't done. 'Cause it's time for double the Dunkirk. Never done more. Dunkirk.
Dunkirk twice.
How much Dunkirk
Double D.
could ever be enough?
D.
We're here to answer the very questions that have plagued history all throughout the ages. Why didn't Dunkin' Donuts collab for Dunkirk? Half the title. Yeah. Dunkirk. Double Dutch done.
Double Dunkirk. Dirty Dan. Double nuts.
Chris Nolan, too sophisticated.
You like the double Dutch bus? We're riding on the double Dunkirk bus now, baby. That's right. Where's my Shatner face? Oh. Where's my snare?
16-bit Shatner.
16-bit. It's Shatman. He's here for double dunks. Look at that. 5-hour streak. Double Dunkirk.
Double done.
We're double. Let's do this show backwards. We're doing it. Going back.
Run it back.
All right, I'm gonna stop.
Yes.
Double Dunkirk every day. It's double Dunkirk. 3 times the fun Kirk. 16-bit Captain Kirk. Dunk a Chino. Al Pacino. Carla Gugino. Other Italian actors. We're doing stuff. Coy and Aaron are pointing and laughing at me, and I can't hear what they're saying. They're just doing stuff now. They're just doing stuff. That was a lot of sips. But you know what? It wasn't a lot of Dunkirk! Double Dunkirk. Ooh! We're doing it doubles. Double the Dunkirk. 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 Double Dunkirk.
Double Dunkirk Radio.
4 hours of Double Dunkirk.
Weekly pledge drive.